Sending up this crib in the wings of a singing on my heart says beware. Situation critical, all out of space. Scraping residual, I'm caught in the sand. It's sticky material. All I can declare is I'm off the original path that was paid with the price that you paid with your life. It's got me stumbling and bumbling away from the light. So order my steps like left, right, left. So every test till my last breath is evidence of nothing but your righteousness. Can't stop striving till my life gets blessed. Gotta fight this flesh. Gotta who you might be, cause what's true about me ain't the truth about me. Gets much deeper than what you or I seen. But if you are like me, you gotta walk by faith, nobody knows. The trouble I feel, nobody knows. The color's been hidden from history. He ain't know the color of misery's brown skin. He ain't gotta listen me tell you how I win. We've been through more troubles than others times 10. Ain't got it to give, but cool, I lend. Now how about you who said you're my friend? I'm not Pyru, but I'm riding to the end. Down to shed blood, every brother's my kin. If I said I love you, then yeah, I meant it. The name's Kelly Cole, but call me a lieutenant. Through life's highs and lows, I strive to keep winning, but I'm about to explode if these coppers keep killing. And it's right in your face, disgrace beyond limits. Private Ryan, save face, tell your partner stop killing. We need the power of the Christ, so tonight we'll start healing. Then we'll work on the poison, all the hustlers stealing. When I tell you, nobody knows the trouble I feel. Nobody knows. Say they strong on the song, but they just some lies, man. Kelly cool on the song, bet that this at 5, man. I'm Pac's prophecy, my hypotheses. Once Pops dropped the seed, and just drop down the knees. And I'm not the king, well, I'm reaching dreams as hard as it seems. I'm dropping balls like leaves, times truth's hard to believe. Just come to plant the seed, turn the plant to a tree. I'm more what the planet needs. Judge a man by his deeds, I'm helping more to succeed. As I'm more supposed to be. We the same family tree, but you cut from a different bark. Got heart, but it's a different heart. Got eyes that can't see. To the side people we tear apart. This work till we do our part. This war, but it's still a heart. We still ain't free. Back to Martin, we're still a march. Some like Malcolm, black spades, but I'm the king of hearts. Think the system a game. Still steal bars, clean and lock. Hell is a cell. You literally think in a box, no bond, no bail. Like the shit I did them kill a cops. I only get a lot of money. When I say I kill a block, hustle feel a tummy. This meal and the block is hot. Dealer keep the cars coming. If you wanna play it night. The dealer keep the cars coming. If you wanna play it night. I fired them, call ambulance. I fired them like fire can. Say they strong on the song, but they did some lies, man. Kelly cool on the song, bet that this at 5, man. I fired them, call ambulance. I fired them like fire can. Say they strong on the song, but they just some lies, man. Kelly cool on the song, bet that this at 5, man. I heard they hate dark skin, so I guess they hate a lot. They really gotta hate. When they see a player made it out, no bars, no cage, no locked doors, you feel me now? It's a lot at stake, hope one day you'll figure it out. Game is a bitch, but when a period going on, she the type bringing problems outside showing off. Knowing I don't like that, guess I'm too good for her. Say it every time, you see I ain't through with her. I'm smooth as my last tune, I should've did jazz too. I sip the finest wine, yeah the type of women pass you. Wouldn't know how to approach you, too bashful. Gotta have style and the gift of the gap too. Elite we winning, from the top we just beginning. Take off, I got the hang song. Now they all can feel I got something that you can't see. Some would call it spirit, this music might be hands off, but they all can feel it. Been damned if they don't do it's magic in these hands too. Can't help but to dance, cause the trend's too powerful. Unless you're on sands, and your mind don't work for you. I wear the pants, they're too big, they'll sag on you. You can't fit your two in one leg, get your weight up. You don't like me or what I do, you's a hater. Cool as a pool, I only deal straight up. Thinking about crossing me, you better TV. Yeah, 1 second. I'm gonna have to get the brother Miko Wolf back in here. I guess for some reason his page saying that he can't have co-host. So dang. So if anybody know my brother Miko, matter of fact, I might have to find him on my other one. Let me go on my other TikTok, pull him up. Alright, hold on. I got to Louisiana. Alright. 1 second. He was there and I should have just went live online off the rip. I wanted to do a co-venture.
Live. We're about to connect the live. I'm just waiting on old boy. Hey, Goddess, can you let him know we live? He said he'd find me on here, but I don't see him. I don't see him.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing. That's crazy. Let me see. Let me see. I mean, either.
Okay, I see him now. I see him. He right there.
Let me ask him if he want me to come over there.
Come back. He won't let us co-host. All right, I got you. Hey, everybody, if you can, wait. Have to go over to his live. He can't connect y'all. All right, I got you. I'm about to do it now. Everybody go to Moorish Master Teacher. I'm about to go there right now.
All right, bet.
All right.
Yeah, the brother back. We in there like swim well. Capri. Over there. Appreciate y'all tapping in. How you been in the building? What's going
Yeah,
on?
can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, TikTok be hating, man. I ain't know they was gonna do that.
Man, they always doing
They
something
blocking your
crazy.
co-host. Yeah, they blocking your ability to do co-host.
It's crazy, man. This TikTok stuff is weird.
Hey, you already know, man. To really join the Moors and the Indians, I had to bring out the Indian Moorians. You know what I mean?
Oh, no
For
doubt, no
real.
doubt. You know they gonna dislike this, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't give a
I
damn.
mean, but it's right knowledge though.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Most definitely.
I
Like if
mean,
we had,
people
if somebody could put a battery in our back, we'd be beefing. You
exactly.
know what I'm saying? But can't nobody nah.
I
You
don't
know,
get the
I
fighting back
definitely
and forth.
respect your intellect. So that's why we decided to do a master build.
Likewise. Likewise, man. I mean, I don't get the beefing back and forth, man. Like I don't get it. Like the whole stuff with like you got Moors coming at Indians, Indians coming at Moors, and it's like we get it, man. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, when are we gonna put differences aside? Because we all got the same oppressive. Because when they look at us, they not asking whether you were Indian or more.
Mm-mm,
They just see niggas.
period. See, that'd be my same gripe about how people hate Africans so much. I'd be like, I hope we understand that when these people tell us they making a disease or whatever, something to eradicate the African,
Hmm.
they mean you too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, let's
Exactly.
not ignore that. Let's not get into a battle of words. Oh, he ain't talking about me. I ain't African. Man, he's talking about you too.
Exactly.
It don't mean you from Africa, but trust me, he talking about us. So whether they saying that about the copper colored people, the original people of America, the original Moors,
Hmm.
no matter what, they talking about us. You know what I mean? And I think
Exactly.
we getting lost in that.
I don't think people get it because they don't understand law and history go hand in hand. They don't
Yep.
understand that. They don't understand the fact that when you look at the Yamasi war, like the authentic painting, they literally have turbans on. They got turbans on in there. And then the same, and I'm not here to validate anybody religion or even the Moorish Science Temple. I'm not here to do that. But literally, Noble Drew Ali got the same headdress on as the Yamasi Indians. That's not by mistake.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like, do they not know what a fez is? You know what I mean? Like, it's a conical cap. Don't we
Right.
see that all throughout America? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like you can't even make a hat without first making a fez. The fez was the fez is really American. Like in my video when I showed how Indians are Moors in America, and then
Hmm.
my brother five titles. I'm gonna let you up after and in a minute, me and my brother got to set the tone. What I'm getting at is like like for one, I can show the same red fez. I can show it in ancient Peru, way before Jesus. You feel me? Over 2,000 years ago,
Hmm.
and in Tiwanaku, to be exact, right? And this same fez is created the same way a basket would be. So it's starting off as that first circle, and then from that you create that basket shape, and that became the fez, as well as of course, basket weaving. But as far as a headdress, that's the same exact headdress.
You have some of our people over here have fezzes on. They just didn't call it a fez, but
Yeah.
you have like old like pictures of some of us with it on.
Hmm.
So I don't like I
Exactly.
said I don't really get the arguments back and forth. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about coming together for real. Because I mean, I hear a lot of stuff about them saying, "Well, Moors were traitors." Well, I mean, you got the Westo Indians; they were traitors. But why are y'all not generalizing all Indians as traitors?
Yeah, Buffalo Soldiers. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So, sellouts. But we relish them. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, and this is what my biggest thing be. I'd be like, okay, what did the Moors do wrong? And you know what? You know what it is. Everybody gonna say they was messing with YT women. So I'd be like, okay, now we know what the problem is. We can also point at what we call Creole people if we have to.
Hmm.
Huh? There would be no such thing if they didn't miscegenate. You feel me? This
Exactly.
is miscegenation. And this is 100 years before it was lawful.
Right.
Huh?
See, I
So
don't think a lot of them. Sorry to cut your wisdom, brother. Go ahead.
now go ahead.
I don't think they get why Moors was messing with the white tea women. Now, a lot of them, yeah, they was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get me this Turkish woman," but what they was trying to do ultimately was outbreed them because they knew that. I mean, the YT man, he thrives well in war. Like we know that. So they said, you know what? How can they be superior if we can just oust them, through intercourse? But it
I mean, we
backfired.
thought that. It backfires all the time. I've been saying this for the last couple of days. For some reason, I feel like I've been had to reiterate it. But man, that bleach is strong. That's some strong bleach, man. People think people think they can. People go off that NOY slogan that once you mix chocolate with milk, no matter how much milk you add, it's still chocolate milk. You know what I mean? That's why I call the NOY the nation of integration. No shade, no hate. Because I actually know a lot of dark skinned Khalid Muhammad looking brothers in the NOI. But look at the leaders, look at the faces. It's all integration. You
Oh yeah.
know,
Didn't they say
it's pure.
Farrakhan daddy really is a Jew?
Hmm. Most definitely. most definitely. Like Farrakhan literally comes from the Latin NOI.
Mm.
Because there's another branch that they done kind of put it all together nowadays. But originally, there was a separate branch called the Latin NOI. And the
Mm.
Latin NOI consisted of a lot of Caribbean people that were mixed. And he just happened to be the best of those ranks of Latin NOI.
Oh wow, I ain't even know that.
Yeah.
Mm. There's always something
And,
fishy
and, and
about him to me, man. Like I got this video where he's literally doing a Masonic hand gesture. He's doing the hidden hand.
yeah,
He was on,
yeah.
I think it's Phil Donahue.
Like who waits till the pandemic about almost 78, 80 years old to join Freemasons? You know what I mean? It was like, what? The what? I guess he just, it's like joining another gang and he just he want to move to the top. He was like, is y'all gonna give me like third in command if I join the gang? You know what I mean? Like he
Exactly.
did something. It's just crazy, man. Like that whole Scientology thing, mixing in with the NOI, it,
It's not a good look.
that's the yeah, that's the biggest throw off ever.
And they got Reza doing it now. I mean, he's prominent in that. He's well studied in that.
You know that guy had never met Farrakhan until
I
like
heard.
after he got arrested and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah,
Farrakhan pretty much demanded he pretty much demanded like, hey, you over here getting big off my name, man. You come see me, man. Come see me. I need to talk to you. You know
mm. It's all, man. To me, man, I think they all in the bed with the government, man. They've been
what did they
compromised.
both say? Hey, Pharaoh and RZA both said in an argument against each other when Pharaoh called him an agent, he said, "Well, if I'm an agent, you're an agent." He said, and Pharaoh responded, "Well, we both agents."
I remember that. I remember that.
It was on IG Live. It's the only time they ever face to face. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
I definitely
So we
remember that.
dealing we yeah we dealing with a lot of strange people, man. The people that they give us, you know, in front of all of us, the people that they parade in front of us, we gotta always be leery. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
Like to really find a diamond, you're gonna have to dig. Hmm? You got to go through the soil. You got to break through the earth to find us down here in this underground. Hmm?
absolutely, absolutely. And that's where it's at. Just like hip hop nowadays. Hip hop ain't in the mainstream. It live underground now. You feel me?
Exactly.
So that's like, to continue off what we talking about building on the Moorish Indian connection. Our ancestors didn't have a problem with Moors. Moors didn't have a problem with Indians. I mean, you could see that, like, somebody literally just sent to me about they said that the Moors ain't was never over here with us, and that they came over here as colonizers. And shout out to Prince Thread. Salute, my brother. I appreciate that. And then he said that they said that they never came over here. They said until like the Sundry Free Moors Act or whatever. I'm like, that is that is ridiculous, man. Because you could literally
Yeah,
see
yeah,
in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, house number 187, they literally tell you Moors were in Mexico. They literally tell you Moors and they called them their Indian associates. So that right there
exactly.
lets you know that Moors were over here. Just like you have in the
Yeah,
Treaty of Peace and Friendship, where you got for those of us that speak or write Arabic, it literally tells you in the treaty. See, they wasn't calling themselves Moors in the treaty. They were saying that they were Muslim. They called themselves MSLM, which is in Arabic is Muslim, because Islam is a deen, and they had a government under Islam, and that was their nationality. So I'm not saying that Moor is synonymous with being a Muslim, because you don't have to be a Muslim to be a
thank you.
Moor, or vice versa. But they
Thank
were they were they were definitely over here. And the dude Barry Fell, the Harvard professor, and I believe he was like a archaeologist or something like that. Barry Fell in his his books, he documents how you got wait, she say Moors are not from America. I strongly feel that way. Come on the panel. That's C3, that's the sister
Yeah,
right there.
oh, C3,
After we
yeah.
build,
I
you go
give her a
open up.
minute though.
Go
I give her
open
a
the
minute. I don't want it to just ruin the vibe yet. My brother would have came up here and blew the top off like we blowing the top off, and I got him waiting in the you know in the back. So I wouldn't just throw her up here just to
Oh, no doubt, no
be
doubt. I mean,
bring
all
friction.
I'm
Not
saying,
just yet. Not just yet. C3. I ain't got no hate on you though. I'm gonna
all
let
I'm
you up
just
in
saying,
a
I mean,
minute.
anybody's welcome to their opinions and stuff like that. All I ask is that you just bring, the information. Like we're bringing the information. I mean, you got.
Matter of
I'm
fact,
not saying Moors are from
y'all
here. I
can
said
come
they
up.
came over here. I mean, we might have a difference of opinion. That's fine. People can disagree and still be cool. But what I'm saying is they were definitely here because you have the Islamic writing in Nevada that's 700 AD. You can go look at that. It's in the original Kufic script, or what y'all call in Arabic, which is really Quara. So, like I said, in Mesoamerica, you have Mexicans, and you can go down there. For all of y'all been to Mexico, go ask them why they even rock beards now. You can even go to California and ask them why they rock beards now. They literally have a documentary. I believe it's about Adidas and why Mexicans wear Adidas and why it's important to them. I think it's that. I would have to I have it, I can bring it up. But they're saying that they literally said, like, when you listen to what they saying, out of nowhere they just go, "Oh, we rock beards because of the Moors. Because when the Moors came, they basically gave us the beards or whatever, the idea to rock them." And then they said that there were Semites down there. Like I said, I ain't here to validate nobody's religion or nothing like that, or Genesis thing or nothing like that. But they said there were Semites down there that with beards. And then when you look at Science Digest, they hinted at it. They literally have Moors with beards on there, and they go in on it. And then if you go to the book Before Columbus by Cyrus Gordon, he found these coins that's off the coast of Southern Caribbean, and they're off of Venezuela. They got Quara or Arabic coins. So where would they get that from? Where would they get that from? Then you got Columbus, when he came over here, he had translators that spoke Arabic, that spoke Hebrew, or what y'all call in Hebrew, which is really Punic. And he had folks over here that was speaking different languages that they're calling Eastern or whatever, right? So these people had to be here. No, that Moorish first Indian stuff, that shit bogus, man, at the end of the day, because to be real with you, man, I'm heavy into the genetics. And what I see from the genetics is a lot of y'all calling yourself indigenous or Moor or Hebrew Israelite, whatever, y'all got the same ancestry informative markers. So you know what that means, that y'all the same people.
Yep. Exactly.
So at the end of the day, these arguments is senseless. At the end of the day, you got Moorish traders. I mean, they're called Moriscos. A lot of them looked at us like how the so-called YT man look at us like we were inferior, and they sold us out because they wanted gold too. Like you got people like the Nino brothers that led Christopher Columbus over here. They were twins, and these were Moors. But you got the Westo Indians that were traders, like you said, the Buffalo Soldiers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So we can't just generalize everybody because you had Moors over here that was literally our allies and that were fighting with us, like literally at the Negro Fort. You have, like I said, they've been coming over here for years. As a matter of fact, y'all think that the first slaves were Africans or from Africa. No, they were from Spain. The first slaves came over here from Spain, not Africa. And you can look at that. It's well documented. And they be saying that Moors are traders and that they led the Africans over here as slaves. That's come on, man. That is not true. I don't know where these people get this stuff from. You can literally go look
It,
this
it,
up.
I ain't gonna lie. I blame it on the fact that, like I was talking to a brother yesterday. He was talking about how he don't study books, reading books and all that ain't
Mm.
quite the way and all that. So what you'll find these people doing that know it all and don't read books, what they do is watch videos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they've literally only learned from the video. They didn't even challenge the video or the information. They didn't take a note and study.
Exactly.
And if
And
you
that's
study
crazy.
something for the first time, and people got a misconception that studying something for the first time is research. Re means again. So you have to come back to that same information and study it again and again and again. That's called research.
Exactly.
These people scared of that, is what I'm getting at.
And they do meme scholarship. To be honest with you, man, that gets underneath my skin. When I see somebody come with a meme and I'm like, did you really study the meme? I just had somebody try to
Yeah.
check me on something that I literally put out. I'm like, did you really fully study this, man? And then we got to get
Like
off this thing just because it come from YT people, it can't be right. And we also have to get off this thing just because it come from them that is that is
wrong.
not right. We got to stop
Yeah.
doing that. And just because it come from people that look like us, like you got Moors that are well, like I was saying earlier about how they say that Moors started the slave trade. That's bull because the people that sold the people over there out is the Oyo Kingdom, the Dahomey tribe, the Kingdom of Ouida, Ghana, people like that. That's the people that sold them out. And who were they selling? They were selling Muslims. They were selling Moors over here. So if you look at Harvard, y'all can go download this right now. Just type it PDF. It's Harvard and slavery. Moors, the guy that started Harvard was a slave owner, and his slaves were Moors. And you had a Moor that was going there, and the students there was treated like they didn't even give him a name. They called him the Moor. That's what they called him. So the Moor was treated so bad because he was so intelligent, but they were so mad at him because they didn't want to eat the same food that he ate. So the students were complaining about him. So then you have, when Moors were coming over here, you had Moors that were expelled from Spain. It's like somebody just put in the chat that they were coming from Portugal. He's right. So Moors were expelled from Spain in the 17th century, and they fled to West Africa and America. So you can look at that in the book Campfires of Campfires of the Afro-American by Guntree J. You could look at it that. Then you got some of them that were coming over from France. They were going to South Carolina. They were the Huguenots. That's who they were. So you can find that in the book History of the Conquest of Spain by Kopi H, I believe that's his name is. This is coming off the top of my head, man, so bear with me. So you can find that in that book. So they were the Huguenots, so they definitely were here. And then you got some that were absorbed amongst us today. Some that were absorbed with us. So you had Islam in early North America and South America. And Clyde Winters has did a study on that. I don't know if people believe what he be saying, but I have conversations with the brother and he's on point. I don't agree with everything he say, but I mean, he be on point. You can even look at the map, the Al Idris map, ALIDRISI
Yep.
map. It literally has
Aegis. Yep.
America on there. It got
Mm-hmm.
America on that map. A lot of the Moorish maps. How y'all think Columbus got here?
Mm-hmm.
when the
Mm-hmm.
Moors fell in Granada, they took all what happens during conquest. When you lose a war, they take everything: the women, the children, the gold, the land,
Yeah.
everything. So they took
That's what they
that.
call booty. Booty is the woman.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's the treasure.
Exactly. That's exactly what they did. So they got the maps. So on these maps, they mapped the whole world, and this was the 12th century. So he said when he wrote this map, well, not wrote the map, but when he did the map, he wrote a letter, and he said that the people sailed west into the fog. They didn't know where they was going. He said they sailed west, and he said that when they got there, they found the people of the land, and they was trading with them. This is what his words, not mine. So the Muslims, or the Moors, when they came over here, when they fell, they were being sold into Spanish territories. That's what was going on. You can find that it's a book or article that was wrote by Rafael Guevara Bazin. It's called Muslim Immigration to Spanish America. That's what it's called. Then you got the map. I'm probably butchering these words, man. The Hajj Amin map, Haji, the Hajj Amin map. It's in 1559 CE. So they show you in there, once again, it shows you America. How do these people have what America looked like how they have it today? How in the world did they do that? So what they just was just drawn and imagined? Nah, man, these people was here with us. Then you have the Mandinka, the Mandinka, they were here. That story
Hey,
about Abu Bakari, that's real.
Inca, Mandinka, the Mandinka. You know, like the Mandi language that they
Exactly.
find on the Olmecs. They find the Mandi or the Mandi language.
Well, the thing
or
about that is
inscription, all in the Olmec heads.
the Shi or Olmec, as you said, that language is in something called the Vice script. So the Vice script has the Mandinka language on it. It does. So what that shows is that they were here first and went over there. Because if you look at the Olmec heads, they perfect. So they got the same heads that they found over there in Mali, but it just wasn't quite as perfect. So that goes to
Hmm.
show you that the when the catastrophe happened, the art of making these heads was lost. So the Vice script, when you have the Olmec glyph system, this is how they be saying that Olmecs are really from Africa. This is how you kill all that. So yeah, you got the Vice script, which is found, in America. But the thing is, the Olmec glyph system is found nowhere in Africa. It's only found in America. It's only found here. So there is some cultural continuity there, but the problem is that they can't find the glyph system nowhere but here. And then that calendar it's like octatrune, they say, so many zeros on that
Yeah,
calendar.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, they were definitely here.
yeah,
The in Panama,
yeah.
they were calling the Mandinka the Darayan. That's what they were calling them. You can go down there right now. They'll tell you like straight about it. When I was in Panama, they
Okay,
were
so
telling
that's
me.
what they get Durant or Durant, like the name Durant. You right, you right, Durante.
Yeah, they was calling them Darien. That's what they was calling them.
Oh,
And
Darian. Okay.
the wrestler, I don't know if y'all watch wrestling, man. I'm a huge wrestling fan, but the wrestler Bobby Lashley, he's from down there.
Mm. Dang, yeah,
He's from down.
yeah. He ferocious. He a big dude.
Big dude. He's from down. He'll tell you in a minute about what I'm telling you about the Darien. So then you got Montezuma. His name was Montezuma, not Montezuma as they say. They said he had a hairdress like a Moor. So they said that him and his associates, well, him especially, was wearing something called the Al Manzir. And they say that Columbus wrote about that in his journal. And he said it was worn by royalty. And they said that the Mandinka was trading gold and cloth called the Al Mazir, which is the same thing. So they said in Spanish that it's called the Toca de Gasa Usada Palos Moros. What that means is basically they're telling you that these Moors were here trading with us, man. They were definitely here trading with us. Then they said that like when you break that all down, that whole sentence I just said is chieftain headdress worn by Moors. So Columbus said this, I didn't. And then Columbus' son wrote in his journal, he said that when he saw the native people here, he said that they were so dark. They always compared us to like being so dark as devils and stuff. But he also said that the women wore a breech cloth, that it was worn by the women in the canoe, that we traveled by canoes back and forth. He said that their cloth was similar to the Moorish women in Granada. And then not to mention, this is my last point, the mosque that they found here. You can find that in this book called The Five Letters. They literally said that they found mosque here. The Aztecs, as they call them, which wasn't be their real name, they said that they were black. That's what they said. This is what they were saying about these people. They said that when they assembled, they were black with natives. They said that they saw a bird that was about to eat a black baby. This is what they said. They said in the 16th century, a Spanish writer said that he found the Aztec people to look like Moors, and not only that, but they were swarthy, just like lepers. Now, a leper we know is not swarthy at all. A leper that he's talking about is the Black Panther. So that's what I'm hitting at. You know what I mean? I don't know if you want to build on something as far as this or piggyback this, but I'm saying that Moors were here. I'm not saying, I'm necessarily a Moor. I'm indigenous. I'm Yamasi. But I'm saying that they were definitely here with us. You had some that were traders, but you also had some that were fighting with us and building with us even till this day. And also, last point for real this time, you had the 30-year war in Europe when you had Moors being expelled coming over here. And I got the ship manifest to prove that. They were calling these people Moors. They were calling these people swarthy, dark skin, and dark brown. These so-called Europeans they were bringing over here with the ship manifest, these people were Moors. And some of y'all are their descendants because y'all have their last names and not no European last name as far as a YT man or woman.
Yep, my peoples.
My man.
Peace. Good shit. Miko, was it Michael or Miko? Miko.
Miko. Miko, thank you,
Okay,
brother. I
Miko.
appreciate it.
Yeah, good shit, Miko. You was dropping a lot of facts, and I can appreciate, if you're aware or not, you saying that, hey, I don't know this and that, but I know I'm the Yamasee, right? So we know we had tribes and stuff like that, but as a nation of people, and we got all the receipts. I know Moorish Master Teacher, I know he got the receipts, and clearly you got receipts too. But it is a fact and already known, that. Hold up.
Feedback.
I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna come back up because it's echoing.
All right, no doubt.
It's my end. I'm trying to fix it. Yeah, it's probably on my end. I got to trying to fix it now.
Okay. Peace be upon you, Moorish, master teacher.
Oh, that's dope.
Like I ain't gonna lie. Also, the architect, like it's the same thing as phenotype. Like when it comes to humans, I've always been saying that phenotype don't lie.
Facts.
Like once we start knowing what we looking at, we'll know. Like it's connected with all that DNA stuff, all the genealogy, everything. Like you know what I'm saying? Phenotype don't lie. Ain't no way, you know what I'm saying, that you're not gonna look like your family. It just
Right.
don't work like that. So what I'm getting at is the same thing with architecture. Like you're not making same architecture. Like you pointed out those heads. You feel me?
Right.
A younger generation try to follow suit doing the same thing. So what I'm getting at with architecture, like Moorish architecture is gonna always stand out. You're gonna know it when you see it. Like what we call Gothic architecture. Gothic is Tartarian architecture. And Tartarians are Moorish too. It's all Moorish architecture. It get heavy. But people see that stuff and don't, like that's a big fingerprint. It's just like when we see these pyramids, we can't be thinking no NAs built it. I don't
Right.
give a damn. Like I don't know what the Pan Africans be thinking about. But like I tell them all the time, I ain't giving no pyramids to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody built no pyramids.
Not even the mounds.
You feel me? And you got mounds everywhere. I'm talking about from America, Asia. I'm talking about Australia, Africa. Man, bro, you're gonna find some mounds. But this is obviously the place with the most of everything we talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The most mounds, the most caves, the most, you know what I'm saying? Like rivers, whatever you want to think of, you know what I mean? Like, if anything, there was more rivers before they made all these dams. Like
Somebody
we
in the
always
chat.
called it Turtle Island, but people
Somebody say Alhambra movie theater in
people say
California.
you got to put
That's
an
crazy.
S on it.
But then you got
Yes, sir.
the Disney World castle. That was modeled off of the Moorish castle as well.
Heck yeah. And see, a lot of people just say more just means black,
Nah.
but honestly, the word more refers to heraldry, and I,
Correct.
I like people to get familiar with that word because we done stepped our game up. We know about heritage, right? Now that we know
Mhm.
about heritage, it's time to know about heraldry. Got that HER, just like heritage. We know, it's referring to the mother. So you get your heraldry or your heritage through her. Your inheritance, all of these things, right?
Mhm.
So heraldry refer, when we use a word like that, really heraldry refers to what we call royalty. So people always say we were kings and queens. Well, we didn't use that word. We would have never said king or queen. We were called Moors. Moor meant heraldry. It meant king or queen. So any of our royals would have been called that.
Hey, what the
Regular
brother?
people might have
Hey,
been called something else.
it's funny you say that, bro, for real, because more I got more in my last name, my family tree. I got King in my family tree too.
You feel? Come on, man. Come on, man. That's how they
Hey,
broke us down. They Christianized us with their words. You know what I'm saying? Started calling us the king and all that. But they're still trying to say the truth. They're trying to tell the truth. They just Christianize it. You know what I mean? If they call you rivers, it's because you live by the rivers. You probably own the dang rivers in that area. Perry. Yeah, you own pear trees. Like your people had land, trust me. They ain't
oh
giving you
yeah.
these kind of names, hill and all of that. You're not getting that on accident.
Hey, it's funny. The brother just said that he had the Moor in his last name. I just did a family tree for somebody, and we found the Moors in his family, and I have a picture of one of them, and I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna upload it. And this dude was the attorney for the 13 colonies. Wait,
Wow.
somebody say, can you reach the lower levels? I don't know what that person mean by that. What happened to the brother that was just here that he said he was gonna drop down and come up? C3
Oh,
was good.
brother five title. Yeah, Q3, what's going on?
C3.
Hey y'all, I'm here. I'm helping my auntie real quick. Give me like 5 more minutes.
Ain't no
Oh,
problem.
okay.
Ain't no problem. Anytime. Whenever you're ready.
All right.
Like, don't nobody on here. Like, what that dude that be claiming he Choctaw? I'm Choctaw. I'm Choctaw. He country as heck. I'm talking about, I'm Choctaw.
Yeah, that's Boom
Yeah,
Howard.
that's boom. Wow, that's a good name. That's perfect. Matter of fact, I couldn't think of his name. I said that in the comments. I say, man, that's the dude off King of the Hill. That's his homeboy.
Oh,
I couldn't think of his name. I swear.
yeah, that's him. I think that's who I think they made that character off his people.
Yeah, he might be rich. He might be the little voiceover. He ain't rich, but he got a good job. Yeah, man, that's real Choctaw. You know what I mean?
Them look like some
Him,
black them look like some black Mexicans.
you know what I mean? Look like them the real fathers of America. You know what I mean? Everybody look like them. Shoot, from the pale to the dark.
He said we are pretty much black Mexicans. Yeah, that probably explain why I eat tacos by every day.
But you got them, they all came from the Shi, and then they branched off to the
Or
Yamasi,
is my
then
device
branched
messing
off.
up again?
Wait, he said what now?
Nah, I
Oh,
couldn't hear you.
nothing, bro. We just here, man. I'm trying to do more listening than talking. Shit, I ain't the teacher.
That's real. That's real. Nah. I thought I had missed something. That's my bad. I'm thinking my device messing up.
Oh, he said he waiting on you. Okay, okay. I'm like, I wanted the brother to come back up. He seemed like he was about to
Oh
drop
shoot,
something
hold on.
hot.
My bad. My bad.
Hell, y'all was our slaves. Hell.
I say, how you got on my panel? Hey, you killed that.
What's up, fella? Next peace be upon you,
Dang,
bro.
sounded like you was up here. Peace, peace, brother.
Peace. What's going on with you?
You already know we glad to have you.
Yeah, I was over there. I was over there chopping it up with him yesterday. This nigga trying to tell me my Choctaw was African, bro.
Choctaw. His, yeah, and his Choctaw Irish
You talking
with a
about the
little
one with
Dutch.
the yeah. He say, hey,
Hey,
y'all, here.
hey,
That's how he say it every
man,
time.
hey, I ain't gonna lie. I just thought about, man, we got to boycott the whole name Dutch Master. We got to boycott that. Like, look how much money they done made off our back. They made money off tobacco. They done made more money than anybody, probably. You know what I mean? They've been selling
Man,
tobacco
they
for,
leave a bad taste in my mouth anyway. Every time I use
man,
them,
bro.
they always leave a bad aftertaste.
You feel me? I be on these games, but I'm just saying the game leaf is crazy.
Garcia Vegas for me.
Yeah, back in the days, that's all that was what it do. And that's how you know we the real Indians, man. I'm just saying. Like we be chiefing. We gonna pass the peace
I,
pipe.
I can't
You
go a
feel
day
me?
without it. Just being
No, no
real.
doubt.
You feel like don't none of them smoke, bro. I ain't come on, man. I ain't never.
All the smokers was about 100 meters to the left in the woods. They couldn't make the picture. It was time for that session.
Yeah, and that's the same thing Jesus did. And in the Bible they say Jesus used to preach in the smokers' tents, huh? So he going in the tent where they getting chiefed out, and talking that knowledge. What you think? He high as hell.
Yeah.
What? And you think they ain't passing the blood? Come on, man. The man already turned water into wine. I call him a bartender. You feel me? For real. You know what I'm saying? Jesus was a bartender. Cause literally he hung with the drunkards. He hung with the drunkards and
Oh,
thugs. You
he
feel me?
hung out with the hood niggas.
The
Yeah, but
pimps
he
and the
cleaned them up. He
prostitute.
cleaned them up.
Yep, sure did.
Hell yeah, that's the same people right there, man.
For real.
Oh, you
She rocking the hat.
felon is the Choctaw.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he cool people.
Now, but hey, on some real deal though, I don't know like exactly. I don't know exactly like my tribe, but I do know that I know my blood, like kind of where my people's from. Over in Africa. Just being real.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I find everything because it ain't nothing lost if blood
Hey,
is blood.
bro, I'm gonna tell you like that root story, right? Because people only watch the movie, but if you read the book, even Kunta Kinte's bloodline, his whole entire bloodline became Indian.
Mm.
Whole entire bloodline. Ain't no more African jump back in there. I ain't gonna lie, ain't no more African jump back in the pot.
His
Even though
whole
he
name
did
is
come the way he came,
his
he
whole
just
name
like
is
that.
Muskogee Work.
Exactly.
Wait, what he showing? Yeah,
He's showing us the relation to the word Indian and the word Moor.
yeah. They said it was substitute for India more.
Exactly. Also,
Yeah,
like even the stuff that you was saying earlier, Miko, your Moorish master was chopping it up, and again, y'all was going on a tangent, doing well, doing really well. So, mind you, these people have to hide who we really are because if let me just give this example, right? If you have, let's say you have some contents in a bottle of a certain liquid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it has a label on that bottle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, and you use all the contents up in that bottle, and then you fill it with different contents after it's empty, right? But the label is still on there. So now the contents in there don't apply to the label that's on there, right? It just has a label, but the contents of its real, what it really is, its essence, isn't going to apply. So guess what? It's going to be misused and abused because it doesn't apply. The same thing happens to a people when you give them the wrong classification. They're going to be misused and abused. And especially that's like, damn, you don't even know the contents of what you're made up of. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
so we could disrespect you and do whatever else that we want to do to you. Hence
forth the word black, Negro, colored, all these other misnomers, and even the word Indian is a misnomer. And I point this out a lot because our people, we're misnomer that, but it's not right. So this right here was from earlier. I heard you talking about let me see, what is this? What was it again? Harvard. This source
Mhm.
is a source from Harvard right here, right?
Oh yeah.
It
Oh yeah.
says say that.
No,
Somebody
I
say
said, oh
something?
yeah. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, right. So let me see. Let me flip this right here because I also got it right here on the laptop. Hold on. Let me see. All right, check this out. This is that source. Check this out. It says on folio 1472 of this ancient document, it is cataloged with other objects in featherwork contained in a chest number 9 and is described as a Moorish hat of beautiful, long, lustrous green and gold-hued feathers. All right, beckoned above with white, red, and blue feathers, and gold rosettes and ornaments. Okay, in front of the forehead, it scarcely can be regarded as, excuse me, my bad. It scarcely can be regarded as a deceptive one, as insomuch as Montezuma, right, the king of Temestan or Tenochtitlan, and Mexico is subsequently designated as a Moorish king. Okay. In the same inventory of 1596, see page 9. All right. It is interesting to note the gradual changes. Shit is changing. Connotative linguistics, denotative linguistics. Okay.
Mhm.
Changes that occur in wording of subsequent periodical official registrations of this Moorish hat. In 1613, its description was faithfully reproduced. In 1621, the word Indian was substituted for Moorish. With this single alteration, the original text was again transcribed in 1730, right? So what that's more or less saying is they're literally burying the history of the true identity of these people who claim to be something that they're really not. So the people right now that are getting paid, federally recognized people, you do have some real aboriginals over there, meaning us, so-called black people or whatever else you want to, misnomer us, African American, that are over there on those reservations, right?
Mhm.
Federally recognized. Although given the guise that these people have rights, they don't have rights. They have a mass amount of privileges.
Oh yeah.
So they're these privileged people are getting these things through pretending. That's why people call them pretending as well, pretending to be us, the real Aboriginal indigenous people here. And under that
Oh, I'm about
misnomer,
to add
huh?
you. I said I'm about to add you 5 titles right now.
All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Yeah. So with that being said, even the noble up here, Morris Master, he know his shit, and we need to know these things because I don't care about they say if we are so-called Indian people, okay, well give us who we are. We Indians, right? But I found out because when I first came into consciousness, right? A little testimony. I seen the movie Black Panther when it came out, right? When I
Mhm.
seen that movie, I said, damn, you know what? Let me do the history on my peoples. Let me go. It pumped me up to, gave me incentive to, hey, man, who do I derive from? Now, mind you, all so-called black people, as you guys know, they always say, hey, man, my so-and-so is full-blooded Cherokee. They this and that. They Choctaw. They this, they that, right? We all know that. My so-and-so was Indian, right? So we all know that. So I said, okay, well, if I do got some Indian in my tree, my family tree, so to speak, right? Then I should be able to find that. So what I found is that I was like, okay, Indians, Aboriginal, Indigenous. I'm like, okay, to America. And then I ran across the word Moor. I'm like, what the fuck is a Moor? I never heard that. I never heard it, right? So then I start delving into more, and I'm like, wait a minute, it can't be two different indigenous peoples. It can only be one that's Aboriginal and Indigenous. So who are these people saying they Aboriginal and Indigenous? Then what I found out is the word Indian is a misnomer. And I was like, okay, misnomer. What is a misnomer? A misnomer is an error, a mistaken identity. And I gave you guys the scenario earlier, to think about when you have a certain liquids in a bottle of contents and it has the wrong label that don't apply to its contents. It's
Mhm.
going to be misused and abused. Henceforth, the so-called black people and what have you not. Also, know when I said the stuff about the federally recognized Indians, they have the guys as having rights, although they don't have rights. They're property of the United States corporate government, the corporation. Their
Mhm.
property, whether they know it or not. This is a fact. I didn't say it. This is facts, and this is law, and it's a political status that they acquired. And it says they are nothing more than in amity with the United States government, meaning they are in friendship with them only. They cannot engage into any type of commerce with anybody around the world. So, and if I'm at home, what right
Yeah,
does it give
that's
another
right.
government to be here operating on my land and say, well, we're gonna reserve a spot for you over there in the corner on these reservations? It's like, what?
That's
How the
right,
fuck
because
you gonna reserve a spot for me in the corner?
they're
That's
under
my
Indian
shit.
title. You're right. They're under
You
something like.
see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
so with that being said, the nationality of these people, and then some people say, and earlier I heard you saying that Miko, and you was hitting it. You was hitting it. That's why I was gifting you up, because you was dropping facts and it was truth. It's like these people that are over here right now under this guy's like, y'all want to be federally recognized neighbors, go ahead. Because when these facts start coming out and they find out, don't switch up and say, oh, I'm a Moor now. No, you stay who you are, bro. Because these facts, that's why, like they say, my people perish by the day for lack of knowledge, right? You want to shun the knowledge, that's on you. Because if I found out that Moor was a misnomer, I would have said, well, we not Moors, we Indians. But that's not the case. Matter of fact, I got one more source on this topic. And I know Moorish Master Teacher probably seen me show this before, but I'm gonna find his definition. I had defined it and broke it down on the TikTok as well. And just to show you guys this right here, because it's important. And our people be getting and you know they misled by a lot of our own, and they keep on doing it, and they've been selling us out comfortably.
Oh
Our
yeah.
own people, like you said, Miko, it's our own people doing it. That's why when they say, "Oh, the Moors sold us out," yeah, some of them still selling us out. What are you talking about? Some of them still selling us out.
Oh yeah.
So, hey, Morris Master Teacher, can you blow me up real quick, Noble?
Blow this man up.
He
Good
probably.
morning, originals. Hey, Phil, what's up, my original?
What's up, Noble? I see y'all. That part. That part right there. That part.
Big facts. Yeah, it's good. It's good to learn about yourself, though. It's good
Movie
to
called
know
Blight.
yourself, man.
Whoever seen the movie called The Black Knights? Let
Oh,
me
I seen
see.
that.
It was The
That's one of
Black
my favorite
Knights. It
movies.
was it
I
was another movie too.
hold on.
Okay, it was another
Hey,
movie. It's two
you know what
movies
that?
that
Hey,
mention the
before.
Moors. I'm trying to think of another one.
Hey, that movie
It's
that
the
you
one
talking
with
about, The
that
Black
guy
Knight.
named Christopher Walker. It was a movie. Okay, The Black Knight, and there was another one called It was the
The one
dude
with
Christopher Walker. It's like an Italian movie. And when he was trying to let the guy know that, hey, you're a
True
Moor, you're
Romance.
a
True
nigga too,
Romance.
nigga.
You talking about True Romance?
I think that could be what it is.
That movie you talking
Noble,
about
can
with
you put me on the big screen, more?
that movie you talking about Black Knight? You notice in there he called the Normans Moors.
Yeah, I
Okay.
remember all that stuff. That's how I know about the Moors. But it go deeper than the rabbit hole
Okay,
though.
check this out, right? So this is the word Indian, right? Check this out. Some of this little cut off, but I'll do the best I can with it, right? This is the
Oh
word
my bad.
Indian
Hello.
defined, right? Okay, so the word Indian, one as an adjective, one of or relating to India or the East Indies, or to I don't even know what that says over there because it's cut off, or to their peoples, languages, or cultures, of relating to any of the American Indian peoples. Now I'm gonna supersede down here because this is the important part. So they talk about two different places: India, which is more befitting because India, right? We ain't in
Mhm.
India, right?
Right.
This is America, or the Al Maghreb Al Aqsa, or ancient Mexum, right? Northwest of Mexum, right? Check this out. The usage note says this, assuming, so somebody's making an assumption about something. You know, if you assume something, but you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Assuming that he had reached the Indies, Columbus called the people on the islands his ship visited Indios, right? Or Indians. And the misnomer, The misnomer. I explained misnomer earlier. Those that don't know, it's an error of mistaken identity. So you're mistaken identity of these people. And the misnomer, because he called these people that. The misnomer has stuck ever since. So it's still sticking today. That's why people are mentally fucked up and still mentally enslaved. Even though they found out that they're not black no more, they knocking at the door with the Indian stuff, but they not quite in the function yet. So we're gonna get in the function though. Check this out. Has stuck ever since. It is natural that people have proposed alternative names, whether to avoid confusion between the inhabitants of America and India. So you talking about two different places, America and India. It says to indicate respect for the original occupants of the American continents. So you need to put some respect on the original occupants of that. And as I showed earlier, who these people are that are saying these misnomer names. And again, I point out like what Miko was speaking on earlier, that, yes, because they always say that the Moors are traitors, they're sellouts. Man, you got your own people selling you out, and some of the Moors is still selling us out. And we was told this by Noble Drew Ali. Most known as Noble Drew Ali. Now all of these troops is coming out. I suggest you guys also look at there's a hybrid European named Peter Moon, and he researches thoroughly about the Moors, and he was even talking about Americo Vespucci, saying he discovered America. This is utterly fucking ridiculous for them to say that. His name was Alberico or Albert something else, and then when he came to the Americas, he transliterated his name. He changed his name to Americo Vespucci, and then they put that on there, and they even coined that. It's like, let's dodge the hijack. So I just would like to add that up in there, so those that don't know, this right here is valid and really need to be known, that the misnomer, okay, the misnomer has stuck ever since, and it's still sticking. But what's going to happen is once these truths come out and all the facts, I've said this too, some people's mentals, they're going to get this information, and their minds, they're not even going to be able to accept it, and their shit's going to crack. They're just going to crack because they're not going to be able to accept the truths that's coming out. That's why so-called black people never get deported to Africa. It's like, have anybody ever thought about that? It's like the best question is, don't try to convince people that they're Moors or Indians or whatever. Tell them, okay, instead of all that, prove to me that you African. They can't.
Facts. I think C3 said that she wanted to add something. Everybody's silent. Hey man, that was fire presentation, man. I definitely appreciate that, and I definitely want to build with you.
Yeah,
I forgot I was
clearly,
muted.
like,
I forgot I
man,
was
it's a lot of knowledgeable individuals on here. A lot of y'all, and TikTok is like, it's been like one of the coldest social media apps to come out thus far, and we all know this. And I've said this too on numerous lives, that the stuff that us individuals are doing right now, we're gonna be going down in history too, whether you know it or not. Because the reason being is because we're going through these atrocities of this great reset. We're living through a reset right now. Everything's being reset right now. That's why I said when these truths come out, some people's mentals are gonna crack because they're not gonna be able to accept the knowledge, accept the information. You feel me? And when it does, it's gonna be like, wow, like for real? No way. Like, yes way. This is true. This is facts.
Yep.
And these people have been telling them, and mind you, a lot of the Ashkenazi Jews that are here, what I found out, they know who we are, which is why you got the bullshit going over there in Africa right now, what they say Palestine and, the Ashkenazi Jews and whatnot. And they say that the so-called the young black youth is the problem over there when they not the ones over there starting the problems. But evidently, I guess because of who we are as a people is a problem. Just like for the pretendians that are here pretending to be us, it's the same thing. Everybody is eating off our plate.
Yep.
Everybody's eating off our plate. When they came over here, they seen greatness. Even Moorish master teacher showcasing this picture of it more. I'm gonna tell y'all something else. When you look at the movie Django, check the movie Django out. In that movie, when Django and the German dude went over there to go meet with Leonardo DiCaprio, right? And to go see, the Mandinkas, the fighters and different shit like that. When you go in there, He showcases statues of the Moors like the noble was just showing, sitting there. And also Samuel Jackson, he referred to himself as an Indian or Injun. He was trying to convince Django to come out, coming towards the end of the movie. He said, "Honest Injun, Django, honest Injun." We know who we are. Even in the movie, they was like, hey, they said that you know what they're gonna do over there? They're gonna give you a number. They're gonna take your name away, and which is what they did to us. They stripped our nationality and our names away. That's why we considered 3/5 of a human being. If you classify with that, that's why the Black Lives Matter Moorish move or Black Lives Matter movement is so hard. And they push it so much because you got a lot of these Ashkenazi Jews. They're paying for the rate. They're contributing to the radio stations. They control the agenda that's being shown on mainstream news. They're the ones that are filtering out a lot of the stuff that's going to come out, or what's going to be shown, or what's not going to be shown. All of this stuff, and I seen they own almost every single thing within the colonial U.S. You know what I'm saying? They own all these different things, damn near everything. I said, that don't make no sense. The music industry, they control all that too. They control all of that. So you got to think about who's in charge of what's being shown to the masses, and even certain documents were to be shown and they don't show it. I got something else for y'all. Hold on.
No, that's
Before old boy come back up, man, I'm finna show y'all something spiritual. I'm glad he said something very inspirational. Okay, hey Morris, you remember that time I was telling you, man, I could feel things spiritually, man?
For sure. For sure.
It's a lot of y'all gonna be getting some type of abilities, man. I hate to tell y'all this, man, but y'all gonna be getting abilities soon. And man, I'm gonna let you know now they real, man. You can feel them, man. I can feel spirits, man. So they all in Africa on the ground or in the ground, but I'm working for the African military. If y'all don't know, just try to do some type of research. They might not ain't got it on the internet, but they out there. I know they out there. So I'm preparing for war right now. So I don't know, but I'm just letting you know spiritual, I can feel it, bro, coming.
Hey,
All
C3,
this
if you back,
all
you could join in.
all this finna all this propaganda that they so-called propaganda. Oh, it's true. They finna take down America, man. It's about to happen.
See, I'm gonna bring up a old fact. I know this was like before the pandemic. It was like 5 years before that. So now I guess what it's been about 8 years. But the Pope made a decree that ended all corporations around the world, and he just didn't want to end it overnight because of the destruction that it would have caused. So it's been a gradual process of shutting down every corporation in the world. That's what the ultimate plan is.
okay. So that means that we gotta
The
stabilize
U.S.
ourselves.
The U.S. is a corporation. I mean, they got to shut down too.
Yo, see, only thing we got to watch out for is these damn Walmarts. When these Walmarts start turning to goddamn military, goddamn
Camps.
campgrounds
Yeah.
and shit, and then you'll really know what's going on. But it's a spiritual and an alien warfare about to happen. That's all it is about. Because the truth need to be the truth. It ain't just only us non-ether human beings, however they want to call us these days. It's more alien, black aliens, giants, all this stuff. This stuff exists, man. And they've been trying to keep us asleep. Like, you know, when we talking about identity. And I mentioned one time, and Morris agreed to me. He said, "Man, that's fast, man. I need to follow my brother, man, cause bro, he on this shit." See, people didn't know that it was a lot of Indian tribes. It was just two, really. One of them from what you got now is them Siberians and them Chinese. I think they meant under Mongolian, but them ain't your real Indian. They brought them Indians to America to make them your $5 Indian. It's so far. But on the contrary, we know who we are, man, because we got a spirit and we got a soul, man. So we ain't got to worry about that no more. Only thing we got to worry about is protecting your babies and your kids and your wife. If you got a good woman out there, your mothers,
You know what I'm saying? Protect them, man, because we something I say 2/3 of America ain't woke up yet, man. Like the rest of us woke up out here. Probably ain't even the third woke up, but we waking up, we rising, and like the brother said about this app, you, you know what I'm saying? It helping a lot of people rise up too in so many ways that didn't know this information or don't feel this information.
Hey, I want to say again, I definitely appreciate the brother Miko Wolf for doing this bill with me. I appreciate all y'all coming up too. But I just want to make sure I reiterate that to the brother. That we're gonna do this again and again. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, bro. And where did C3 go?
Hey,
I
I
want to
think
hear what you had
I
to say.
think the TikTok community should elect somebody as a treasurer.
huh?
That's just my 2 cents, though.
I feel what you're saying. All this got to become real life. Like we can't just be doing everything virtual. You know what I mean? For real, we're gonna have to
Let me.
link up.
Honestly, man, that's why
I
I'm up,
think.
because, man, I'm grateful, man. We over here doing this. We trying to get as many people as possible, man. We got to stop talking about this and be about this, because if we can't, if you can't go outside and feed your family right now in your backyard, what are we doing this for? We can read as many books as we want, but I mean, to be honest with you, man, your daughter can't eat no books. Your son can't eat no books. We got to be teaching each other this stuff offline and stop putting everything online. We got to do this shit for real, man.
Ashe,
Yeah, I
Ashe.
think I think it starts with allowing people to know who they is. Like to think about the Moors, right? How y'all talk about like it's Moors in prison and stuff. And it's all kind of stuff around there. But me, right? I'm a Moor by blood. Like I ain't join no gang. I'm just a Moor, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I need to know about more about who I am and who my peoples are, and maybe like say if I'm lost, maybe take somebody out the camp and maybe help me with my, you know what I'm saying? Not my search, but just my lineage. You know what I'm saying? My people. Help me find my people. How you find your people, and we could put everybody back in place and put everybody in their rightful place. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't have nobody over here represent saying he the king of over here, and that ain't even his people shit.
Yeah,
Like
you
real.
right. Hey,
Hey, I want to
what you
welcome Dr.
saying too?
Matthews Bay. Hey,
What you
hey, we
saying
got the
too?
new guest on the panel.
Oh,
Dr. Matthews
the
Bay, what's going on?
okay, check the move. Oh,
Greetings,
somebody else came in.
greetings, greetings, and Islam to you, brothers. And how are you this evening?
Islam, Islam.
Good Islam.
Okay, I'm calling from the. I'm located in the southwest of Mexium, near the corporations of Brazil, Venezuela, and Guyana. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, yeah, we hear you.
Okay, good. I'm
My
quite
bad, my bad.
interesting.
I'm
I'm quite interesting in finding out what is the topic about tonight. What is the conversation about tonight?
like, if anything, we definitely was touching on the Indian Moorians, if you knew anything about that. It, it's just definitely we showing that the true indigenous people are Moors, and Moors are classified as Indian. And at least in antiquity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I get your point. Well, from the
Yeah,
southwest of Mexium, we were known as the Arawaks. We
yeah,
had many
exactly.
names. We
Facts.
had Arawaks, we had the Bantus, the Canaanites, the Serene people.
Taino.
So, from the southwest of Mexium, and there are those from the Central America, and then those from the North America. And all is the same continent, Al Morocco. But it depends on which part of your lineage, which part of Al Morocco your lineage came from, because we all had the same comprehension, but we came from different cultural backgrounds as Moors. You hearing me? Hello?
I hear you. I hear you, bro. I hear you. And
Okay.
Talented. Don't say I'm lucky. Don't say I'm talented. Don't say nothing. This is what I hate, bro. And this is
Okay. Everything
All right.
back. Hey, peace to the more you know. You got
Hey,
the more
peace,
you know
peace.
in the building. What's going on, brother?
What's good, brother? Chilling.
peace, Noble.
Peace, Noble.
Hey, Miko. I don't know if you know the brother. The more you know, but you definitely like we all gonna link up. It's always gonna be great. I promise you.
No doubt, no doubt. This is my first
Yeah,
time
Yes,
seeing him.
sir.
yeah,
My pleasure,
Miko.
brother.
Miko, the more you know, he's on. Yeah, yeah. This Noble know his shit too.
We
Man,
Real
definitely should
shit.
sit
yeah,
down and talk,
man.
brother.
Hey, this is my first time ever going live, man. I've been wanting to build with y'all all year, man. I definitely been wanting to clear up some of the smoke I've been hearing. And I just came back into the live, man. Y'all on point, man. Yeah. I've been wanting to have something to say about this stuff, man. We definitely Moors, man. I've been hearing our Native American or our Indian brothers and sisters debate and shit that they ain't. And I wanted to get on the live earlier with them, man. I didn't get to say much, but I don't learn nothing from them. I posted a video on my page today about how all this shit that they regurgitating is shit that I learned from the Moors, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people on the internet learn from the Moors, and they acting like this is their information. And with the same information, the same mouth that they teaching this information with is the same mouth that they disrespecting the Moors with. This shit is crazy to me.
Hey, that's not honoring your ancestors, man. Like, even beyond the answer, I ain't gonna say beyond, but other than that, they not even honoring the elders. You know what I'm saying? Like my first gripe with that community was that they have no master teachers, and I can't be talking about everybody because they do have people like my brother Miko Wolf. You know what I'm saying? The standouts. They got standouts. I know all of them now because I ain't know this brother until recently, but I know all the standouts. You feel me? And what I'm getting at is the ones that's not standouts. They just not. You know what I'm saying? They're not thorough. You feel me? And they research, like I was speaking on earlier. You know what I mean?
So here was the
Like they don't
question.
they don't have a master teacher. I can't imagine that you ain't studied one master teacher. I mean thoroughly.
I
Not
don't
even
learn
one.
nothing when I go to their platform.
I
I
studied
love
all.
learning. Amongst our
Okay.
people, so many of us get on here and share information, but we a lot of our family is waking up to being Black Native Americans, and they overexcited, and I get it. But don't take this information that the Moors gave us and act like you didn't get it from them, and then sit up and tell them the Moors are traitors. What Moors are you talking about?
Talking
Because
about.
I don't remember where all of the Moors in the world decided that they were gonna be traitors. I don't know how
That's
that
real.
shit is even possible.
That's real. Only 30,000 stayed. Over 3 million were kicked out of Europe. Are we talking about those Moors? 3 million got kicked out.
I want to know what Moors are we talking about? Because you can't it's just real vague to get on lines and just say the Moors are traitors. What Moors are we talking about?
Hmm The two
Okay.
that was on the boat with
Can,
Columbus,
can, can I ask? Can I say something? The first
for
time
sure.
I got to comprehend who the Moors were was a young man by the name of Ivan van Sertima. He's dead. But he did a direct study on Moors. He wrote the book We Were Here Before Columbus. And that's where I kicked off from. And that's how come I got introduced to Taj Tariq Bey, who now helped me to comprehend who Prophet Noble Jew Ali was. And then I started doing some in-depth studies, and then I realized I started talking about the teachings of the Moors. So I picked up on the Aboriginal history and artifacts and etymology, because that's what I lecture on. And eventually I said, well, look, instead of speaking about this, I just want to go all out, becoming a true Morse. I got my affiliation, I got my declaration, and I got my MATD, my Moorish American Travel Document. And I decided to live that life, and I'm comfortable with it. And I'm ready and able to sit down and talk to people who wants to know how do you go about living this, because I'm a full example of about a year now I'm doing it. And I'll be honest with you, I'm comfortable. It has a little ups and downs, but then you have to read a lot. You have to study their constitution and know your constitution. You got to know connotation and denotation of words. And then the Black's Law Dictionary is good enough for you to have it at your hand reach, because they use legal words to keep on trapping you. So these things, I am not fully versed in it, but I'm living it every day. So I'm happy to be on this platform. This is my first time, and I will, willing to have this conversation. Let me know what you know, and I can exchange with you what I know, and then we can grow spiritually. We can vibrate on the same level.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
For sure.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna add something about the the term Moorish American. A lot of people like to pick on it, but to add credence to it, I'm gonna say that definitely it's a body politic, and our people need to start understanding things like what a body politic is. You feel me? Like, instead of us having an individual vote, having our vote be so singled out, we can have all our votes as one. You know what I mean? That's what a body politic would represent. Like, even BLM and all these organizations are literally body politics. That's why we wonder how did the rainbow community get rights and all this different kind of stuff, because their vote is a unanimous vote. This is all of one single body politic, and there is no black caucus like that. You know what I mean? There is nothing going to represent the majority of these so-called African Americans. So Moorish American has been in place for over 100 years for that very purpose, so that we at least have a body politic that all of us could be under and have that vote, and we could all say yay or nay, because every candidate is going to get a list of our demands. We give you at least 10 demands. If you can't at least meet 3 of them, we ain't voting for you. You know what I mean? And that's just how it go. You think they wouldn't want
Exactly
those
what you
millions
mean.
of votes? They're gonna bow down. But we playing. We individuals. Individual means in division. You know what I'm saying? We divided. You can't even spell individual without the word divide. You know? So
You,
nah.
you can't spell it without I either.
You know what I mean? Well, hey, that's real though. Yeah, yeah.
Man,
I'm
Simple.
a I'm a out I'm a out individual.
who else offer me recourse online besides the Moors, man? That's the only thing I've been trying to bring to the table. Like, they always talking about this and that, but I ain't seen no Moors being no colonizers ever since I learned about the Moors. I ain't seen it. I see every Moor on YouTube putting their best foot forward to either educate you on astrology, law, or history. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the fuck be talking about on the TikTok platform.
Yeah. Because
Hey,
people
bro,
don't
I know
understand
what you talk
what
about, Stay Crunk.
yeah, but
I
where
know
that
what you.
science and knowledge
Go ahead.
came from though.
Oh, it came from the Moors. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it came from the Moors, but it came from another entity too.
Uh, you kind of, I don't even know.
Y'all ain't got to believe what I'm saying now. I'm finna put you on some game. The Black and Anunnaki passed all that knowledge down to the Moors. See, people don't understand. On this planet, it was a different type of race of people. You got your Moors, which is with the Indians, which was the how you say it in a way. Your original people that were from the planet was your blacks, the ones that came from the heavens. Same shit. And they mingled with our women's, our peoples. You know what I'm saying? That's why we had created giants. Oh, it go deeper than a rabbit hole.
Hey,
But see,
got
if we had to break into the Vatican, y'all to see all that shit be revealed right now as I'm speaking. The Vatican holding all the secrets.
hey, I got some of that knowledge
Facts.
from the New Orleans Moors, man. I got some books from them cats back in the day, man, back in like 2012, man, where it was explaining the Anunnaki connection to us, Marduk and all them cats.
Hey, really quick, I
Okay.
just want to know if
But
anybody had information on the Sultan. on the second page of the
You gotta
Holy
understand
Quran.
that we part black and Unaki, and we part Draco and Unaki. It's a reptilian side of us, and it's a black side of us. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't came from no damn monkeys and shit, so y'all don't believe in that shit. We got reptile DNA in us, dragon DNA in us. So I'm just letting you. That's why all this third healers and all this shit coming in there.
So, what do you see us as? Do you see us as living souls, or do you see us as part of reptilians and all these different things that you're talking
I
about?
see us. No, I see us as God's children, like always. That's what I don't like about that what they call that rainbow community. Cause we was the children of the rainbow. Now we the children of the sun. You get what I'm saying?
I got what you're saying, but then let's put some facts into action. The word black, African, Negro, Indian, all these are words that are created for status that is owned by the church. So when we use these words, we give our status over to them. So they know us now as straw man. But if we say we're living souls and aboriginals and we drop these different kinds of black, African, Negro, Indian, they can own us. So we are not their intellectual property. Like for instance, let us use the language English. English was designed for commerce. You see, when everybody speak English, then intellectually we're being owned by someone, especially if we just do English alone. But if we have our native tongue, which our mothers would have taught us from their culture, and their culture after that, then there's no ownership. That is why the envision is to continue to indoctrinate so it can wipe out all our culture, our language, the kind of food we eat, how we live, our spirituality, our vibration. So these are things that I have learned over the period. I've learned how to decipher it from different conversations like are you having it. And I've learned how to study it and read it. I mean, everything is given to us on a silver platter. We have to learn to how to vibrate when we read, so consciously we can woke instead of being awoke. If you comprehend what I'm saying, I'm just adding this as a food for thought.
Hey, really quick, I just wanted to know if anybody had any information on the salt and on the second page of the Moorish Holy Quran. Was it the Holy Quran? Sorry.
Hey, before you do that, I have a question. Y'all said it about a Mexim. I have never seen anybody prove that this was a Mexim. Can somebody give me any documentation to read or show me something where why they call this a Mexim?
It's about
I
direction.
mean, the word Mexim is am and exum. You remember, am means the people, just like in America, am Erica,
Okay.
right? So am exum is Axum. You know, Axum is what they call Ethiopia.
Right.
So
Right.
that kind of leads credence to that. You know that we are who they call the Ethiopians.
Ah, I
You
see what you mean.
know,
Okay.
And that originate from the Olmec language, which came from the Yucatan Peninsula. They don't teach you that in school, so don't expect what we use here as a conversation on this platform
Mhm.
to be
yeah, but
found
he's
in
saying
books.
how people just breeze over these huge points that nobody ain't never explained it
Yeah,
for real.
Okay,
he
Nobody
and
ever
doing it
let,
in
explained it,
Florida.
man. I just be hearing people say like, "Well, it's just
Yeah,
because it is." Then I
this,
heard somebody say,
this is
"Well, the Masons got
Morocco.
it."
You know, that's
okay,
why I had to
yeah.
make a video. I had to
Let,
prove it to myself, and then I had to show everybody else.
It
okay,
was
let me
You
show
also a
you.
divide
Let me
too. It was just
let me
showing the
show you a simple
direction of
clip.
this
Let
part
me
of the
show you a
land.
simple clip. In Barack Obama's inauguration speech, the first time he was elected president, he said, the first country that recognized the independence of the Corporation of the United States is Morocco. And Morocco, 200 and something years ago, existed where we are on the American continent, Southwest, South, Central, and North America. This was Al Morocco, not the Morocco that gained its independence in 48 or 1950, something like that, on the African continent. We're not talking about that. So that opened my eyes because he was giving us clues in his speeches also too, right? So I'm just using that as an example.
I think CP or C3 says she's trying to come up.
Hey, I'm gonna let Supernova at least speak before I have to eventually let somebody down. What's going on, Supernova?
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. So I know I just really wanted to ask a question if anybody had any knowledge on the Sultan that's on the second page of the Holy was it the Holy Quran or the Moorish Science Temple that's in the Library of Congress. Any information as far as him and Noble Drew Ali working together and
CM Bay, Charles Mosley Bay.
huh?
You talking
No,
about CM Bay?
no, Noble Drew Ali Bey. Noble Drew Ali.
You said him and who working together?
The Sultan of Morocco, Abdul Aziz.
That's way before
Oh,
Noble Drew
yeah.
Ali existed. That wasn't
No,
in his time.
No,
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 no, no,
no.
no, no. He talking about during his time is what he's speaking on.
Yeah, during
Yeah,
his
Oh,
yeah.
time.
He not. Well, I don't know. I ain't 100% on that,
Are you talking
but
about
I
the
do. I do remember hearing something about that or seeing something about. I'm gonna have to go back so I can say I researched. I've searched something like that before, but I'm not well endowed in it.
Okay, okay. No, because all the information that I was looking at, I'm just trying to see if anybody had any documents that actually support like everything I looked up. So pretty much, the story with Abdulaziz is that he was exiled from his celestial state when he was younger, and when he became of age, he actually took back his land, and that's actually what we know today as Saudi Arabia. But before that, he
Mm.
was the Morocco. He was the Sultan of Morocco, and this is when Noble Drew Ali was over there. And I think they kind of worked together because reason why he left his land. Now, this is just research I'm looking at is because he didn't have the title to his land because when he got exiled, I think the laws and the rules changed and he had to come to America. And because Noble Drew Ali was part Indian, he had the bloodline and the right to go into Cuba, Havana, Cuba, and reclaim the land. Now, I'm just trying to, get documents to support everything that, I research. And I'm hearing what
Well,
people
you
are
definitely
saying.
gonna have to look into that charter that Noble Drew Ali established. How that was
Oh,
the first charter.
I got you. I got you. Yeah, the first charter reestablishing the Moorish Science Temple, correct?
Well, the Canaanite temple.
Yeah, yeah, I've been there. I've been there. It's not when I went there. They wasn't in operation. I had to go to another temple.
Hmm.
But yeah, I was looked at all that, and actually I went to the temple and I was with the historian, and she kept all the records of Noble Drew Ali and everything. So it was kind of interesting. I didn't get a chance to look at it or anything, but yeah.
C3, what's going on? You got the float.
All right. So, Moorish Master knows me, y'all. We agree on some things, we disagree on a lot of things. But yeah, he knows I be trying to understand the whole Moorish aspect, especially with the when there are people who say America's Morocco or all Indians are Moors. I don't know why it don't sit right with me, but I've been doing my own research into it, and from my understanding, this is just my personal belief, understanding is that to me, I feel like Moors came over here, tried to conquer us, failed, left, came back with the Europeans in a nutshell. Now, I'm not saying all Moors, because there's good apples and bad apples. So I'm not trying to put that on all of the Moors, but that's just like my understanding of it from my own research that I have done, just from trying to understand other people's viewpoints. And then I can't remember who showed the thing about India because my phone had died right after that, but I had saw it and
But
I don't
hey,
understand.
I ain't gonna lie, you and him gonna get started if I don't try to like get with that first point you just said.
Okay, go
Cause
ahead, and then I'll move on to my next because you already know I got a whole bunch of questions.
matter of fact, what you had just said about Morocco.
Yeah, Morocco not being in America, I don't believe that. Like I believe that there's probably a town Because I saw
No,
Seven had
no.
pulled
Put it
up
like
a
this.
map showing it,
Like,
and it
like
was
if you
just a
looked at,
town in Indiana.
like for some reason, my biggest video on my page, for some reason, the only one that really got all the views is the one about America is Morocco,
Okay, I'm gonna
right?
have to check
If
it
you look
out.
it up,
Well, you
yeah,
mind if I chime in
and
real quick?
literally,
Well, go ahead, finish.
like, yeah. I was just gonna say real quick how the Berber language, the ancient
Mhm.
Berber language. You feel me? They also use this in Ethiopia and all that. Once again, that kind of connection. But what I'm getting at is, you got the word American, AMERUAMERRUKAN, American.
Mhm.
That's literally an ancient word for Morocco. And then you have the word America right here. And we know the letter C ain't nothing, it's new. It's just like the J
Like
and
the
all that kind
J.
of stuff. Yeah. So the American would be more appropriate. So that means Morocco.
Excuse
What
me.
about
Okay.
what if they put the T on the front and it's to American?
I thought that was just the Dutch way of saying America or American with the T in the front.
Tom Mary more connected to the Egyptian going back. See, this
Okay.
is why I want to chime in. I love when y'all ask these questions, but I want to ask my whole. Now, my sister, you represent the Indian side of our family, our bloodline.
Yes, I'm a Chata Indian.
Okay, I'm with you on that. I'm Indian too, but I'm still a Moor. So at the same time, I want you guys to take this message back to the village. Broaden your horizons, broaden your mind, because it's way more to our people here on this continent than
Mhm.
just we were closed off from the world and we were tribal and that's it, and we weren't connected to this. No.
Oh, I know. Our people was trading. We was trading with
So,
everybody. That's how our food got all over the world. Our
right.
indigenous
So
plants.
So,
so it don't be sounding like that's what y'all be in agreement with when y'all got the floor and the platforms. If when people are listening and want to learn about ancient American history, it be sounding
Man,
one sided.
how does it sound to you?
It sound like exactly the question you asked the Moors or the it sound like you doctored it up a little bit before you came on the stage. It's every time I've went, and I'm Indian too, and I'm
That's why I
proud of it.
said not
So,
all
so,
Moors, because I
so
understand that there were
that's
even
where I feel
Indians
like y'all
that
doctored
sold
up.
our people out too. There's Indians who sold our people out too.
yep.
So
Right.
that's why I said not all Moors, but that's just
And
from my
and, and, and and I'm
understanding.
glad you said that
Right.
now. This is the common degree, no matter what we call ourselves, whether it's Egyptians, Hebrews, like we always find a way on these platforms to divide ourselves. And what I've noticed is whether you call yourself black, Indian, or whatever it is, we can always at some point in history find a group of traitors from no matter what you call it, the Indians who sold folks out, black folks who sell people out right now today and back then. So whatever we
Hmm.
calling ourselves, we dealing with human beings who operate under 12 astrological signs who have human behavior and human traits that are shared around the world.
Facts. Yep.
So
But
let
before we go too far off point, so if you look up United States Code Title 22, Chapter 2, it's going to tell you that President Eisenhower in 1956 relinquished jurisdiction of the United States in Morocco.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Who's speaking? I just
Oh,
want because it's not showing up.
this is the more you know. So
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't confused.
yeah, no problem. So with that being said, when you're looking at it and you figuring out where the United States is located, they're located in the District of Columbia. So now, if it says they relinquish jurisdiction of the United States in Morocco, and the United States is located in the District of Columbia, then that would make America Morocco. Now, what they did in an attempt to cover it up was they established Morocco, North Africa in the same year. So it's like when you study, you got to pay attention to like the most minute details because they tell you without telling you.
Of course, they hide the truth in plain sight.
So
Right.
continent and a nation. So
Exactly.
America is the continent, but the nation is Morocco.
Morocco, correct.
Morocco.
Cause I heard a couple times about establishing nationality, and I'm like, how many nationalities are there, and how do you know what is the correct nationality to establish yourself in?
It's a little tricky when you say nationality. You gotta add indigenous to it. You can't say nationality and leave it by itself. It's a tricky. It's a legal term. So I've learned how to read through the lines. That's how come I got my documents, because I stood up and said I declare that I'm an indigenous Aboriginal American Moor. There's no nationality to it, unless if you want to say you're indigenous and your nationality is to your indigenous ancestral lineage, which is to your mother. I mean, it's funny how in certain sections of society the word is used and they hold you to it. And it's funny how some other sections of society the word is used, but maybe depends on which part of the corporation, which corporations you align yourself with. So it's
I'm
a little
sorry to cut you
funny.
off, Dr. Matthew. Do I have an echo?
Nah.
Okay. All right.
Now
I'm
you
sorry to cut
good.
you
Go
off. Go
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah. When I declare myself, although I'm on the Southwest Mexium, I declare myself on the Northwest Mexium because where I am, there's no recognition of declaration. You would have to wait until when your ID card and passport and all these things would have expired in order to hold some sort of indigenous preference. So what I did, I used Article 1514 of the United Nations Declaration of 1960 in declaring myself as an Aboriginal Indigenous American Moor. So it's for me. On this other hand, it was a little difficult. But for you who are living, or who you were stationed, sorry, on the continental U.S. or the corporation of the U.S., it's much easier because you have a Homeland Security Department and all these places that you can do the declaration. So you don't have to ask them permission. You can just get up one morning and declare, well, this is who you are, and they have to respect it.
Yeah, you have the right to self-identify to see and or the right to contract. So that's the whole purpose of them laying out booby traps for you to step
Right.
into. You have the right. You have the right to step over here and be black, African American,
Hmm.
colored, you know, even, like we was already stating the word Indian, like we don't have to have an affinity to it like that because it means ward of the state. It doesn't mean we're not those people. It just means we're not wards of the state if we don't agree with that. Because we're
Yeah,
not we're
because the
not wards of
state
the state.
is the state was created by the European.
Hmm. The Indian Appropriations Act,
So
1870.
I have a question, if that's okay.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
It's probably off the topic. It was when I was about to go into the Indian thing about it being a misnomer. I'm trying to understand why people are saying that's a misnomer. Are they saying it's because it's connected to the people in India?
No,
I
not
was
really.
just I was just talking about this earlier, and I was showing. I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
if
when
you.
my phone had died. I had saw when you brought it
Oh,
up, and then my phone died, so
Okay.
I
Well,
missed all of that.
let me show you how the misnomer comes about. And that's from my comprehension. In school, they would have taught you a noun is a person, place, or thing. So if you say you're a
Right?
person, you're a misnomer because you cannot be a place nor a thing. So if you accept yourself to be a misnomer, that means you're a noun. So you can be classified as a thing or a place or a person. The person is a misnomer. But if you say you're not any one of the three, then you're a verb. You're a living soul. So that misnomer is like if I get up and I say, "What's your name?" And then you say, "My name is Aniqua." That means you already accept the misnomer. Because what is a person with a name? A noun. You get my point? Person, place, or thing. So that now traps you. So when you hear the word misnomer, please remember it's a noun. And you either classify this any one out of the three: a person, a place, or a thing. That's why they call it a misnomer.
So
So
did the
instead,
Moors classify themselves as Moors?
yeah, well, you have to classify yourself as
I
something if you
I
don't want to
want to
classify
add because
yourself
On
as
the
a
I knew
treaty,
Moor.
that was
it's
coming
Muslim.
next. Hey, let me add. I knew that was coming next. We
Yeah,
want to word. We
yeah.
want to add one
Because
more
I was
word.
wondering.
We want to add one more word to misnomer, and that's called an encumbered misnomer. So the problem with calling yourself Indian is that is an encumbered misnomer.
Misnomer. Yeah.
When you call yourself a Moor, that is not an encumbered misnomer.
Right.
So that's why I wanted to add encumbered to it. You know, we need to know the difference between what's an encumbered misnomer and what ain't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of course.
Like, so the Moors called themselves Moors,
An encumbered.
or did?
Yes, but to
But
understand it,
aren't they from like the Barbers, the Berbers?
one particular group, yes. Now, when you study the Moors, it's
Oh,
like
what? Wait.
you
Before you get to that, part, I have one. I want to add
go
to
ahead,
that.
go ahead.
So, did was there Moors already everywhere, or did they
Yes.
Guaranteed.
start off in one place?
Yeah.
No, no.
No,
See,
so they were
hey,
they
like,
were everywhere. So it's
They were
like
everywhere.
So
So,
when you study it, you've got to go way back. So it's like
yeah,
you're dealing
before
with
7-Eleven.
ancient civilizations, the first peoples on the planet. So now when you go back, the original form of Moor goes back to Mu, and Mu is a lost continent. So they say it sunk and it was out here in the Pacific Ocean.
hmm
So when you have the collapse of Mu, that is when the people who became the Olmecs migrated out of Mu into the Yucatan.
Right.
From there, that's when all the migrations began taking place in the population. So that's where you get all the ancient civilizations, the Olmecs, the Toltecs, the Aztecs. Then from the Maya culture, you get the Egyptians. That's why you can find all these Egyptian artifacts in the Americas. The Egyptian civilization started here and then went
hmm
overseas into North Africa. And
I know that.
The ancient Egyptians are Moors. So if you read 101 Amazing Facts About the Negro, J.A. Rogers states it in that book.
Yeah,
Mm.
I
So
heard the audio of that book.
yep.
Yeah.
So when you get into it and you study to the more recent history, you get into the Tartarian Empire. So now one thing that
Yeah, I've been doing my research into the Tartarian Empire lately, in the Tartars and stuff like that.
Then you'll know the
yeah
Tartarian Empire once ruled. Where is
A
China
more.
now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
See, my
And
my my understanding of the Tartarian Empire is that they came over and conquered the western side of the Americas, which is why you find the people who look Asian and Mongolian over there.
hmm So with the 13th century Mongolian invasion, where they pushed into Mexico, Peru, and all those regions, so
Mhm.
that's where you get the more Asiatic looking people or Asian looking people in those regions. But you also had the Asian slave trade that contributed to that as well. So it's like when
Mhm.
you study, it's like you got to study migration patterns, slavery. You got to study everything that was happening within that region during that time to figure out who now make up these modern people, because nobody's 100% anything. Everybody's been shuffled around, moved all around the world. People traveled, migrated, all that stuff.
That's what I was
So
start off.
So when the
Saying.
Moors left
That's
one
why I started
area and
off
went to
saying.
the another area, they knew that they was meeting Moors, or them other people told them, "Hey, I'm Moors too." Like,
they
This is
already knew it was an empire. It was an empire
it
system.
was them. Yeah, this why I started the conversation
so
off
it was an
saying,
empire.
sister, listen to
So
right,
where
what
did
I
Yeah,
the
said.
empire.
empire start at?
Hold on,
Yeah,
listen to what I'm
empire
saying.
spanned the globe. Like
Everywhere.
like like the brother was saying, it might have started on a land that's sunken, but that helped populate what you call, the west coast of America and Asia. those same two lands, and they'll tell you the people from Asia made it to America. So what the heck is they saying, that we all just met right back up?
Okay, I asked your sister to look up the Ottoman Empire. I think that will start giving her some clues.
Yes, I've been hearing about the Ottoman Empire. I just haven't looked into it yet. I just haven't gotten around to that part yet.
Like put it like this: when you look up the census of the U.S. as far as the the Indians, they'll tell you that Indians or Native Americans are Moors and Turks. Speaking on the Ottomans, the NAs are Turks. The dark skinned people of America are Moors, but the NAs, you know, both of us are so-called Indians, but literally they are the Turks and we're Moors, but we are the same people. Everywhere we go, we kind of take them with us. Everywhere we go, you see them. They always around. Over in
Right.
So
Africa,
what if they was like
oh,
y'all slaves or
I'm
something, and
saying
then they
over in
just
Africa, they Arabs. You feel me? Everywhere you see them, India, they
so
right there acting like Indians.
after y'all civilized them out of the caves, y'all just brought them everywhere.
You calling? Look, you got to realize the people that went
Cause
into
aren't
the
they?
cave, the people that went into the cave were not white. They came out white,
Yeah, yeah. I
but
know the people who went into them and civilized them were the Moors
no, I'm
after
saying the
having
people
them
that
caves and
went
all
into
that.
the cave, the same people that came out of the cave were not necessarily always YT people living
So,
away from that
so you
sunlight, living
saying
inside the earth. Yeah, they were the so-called Neanderthals. Neanderthals were dark skinned. Were. That don't mean they, continue. They didn't continue to be dark skinned. But literally when the whatever comets hit the earth 11,000 years ago, and that really turned up the ice age, everybody in the northern regions felt a real blizzard, and they were stuck wherever they was. They had to go underground or die, and most of them died. I would assume
That's when we ran into Africa.
everybody. That's what people don't understand about the Great Flood and all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
Like literally,
I know that there's some African tribes that have oral stories of them migrating there.
look, that's the point. You have to survive. You wouldn't know where you going. All you know is a flood. You floating. Oh, I found land. You don't know you in Central Africa. But literally, the sun will always shine. Like whenever we go through the solar precession, which happens every 26,000 years, 25,900, whatever years, that solar precession is going to shift what we call, the poles. They're only the polar regions because they're cold, they're polar. So that's why as soon as it shifts, they're no longer polar. So the pole is going to shift. So that means all that's going to melt. Is going to cause great floods. But for some reason, the sun will always circle around the middle of that clock, which is Central Africa. It's just like that. So if you're going to survive, it's a couple places that's always going to survive. It's a couple places in America. I ain't gonna lie. Number one being the Andes and over there in the Sierra Nevada region. In Nevada, that region has been dry. That mountain range has been dry for over 150 million years. So it's always been good, a place to survive. But it's not nowhere you can really grow food and stuff, but it's somewhere you can live if it's a great flood. But it wouldn't be massive as Central Florida. I mean, Central Africa. We just talking about surviving. That's why they say survival of the fittest.
Yeah, yeah.
But yep,
I
another. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I strongly back that up because what I'm reading on now is that I'm coming to realization that everybody's starting, not everybody, not us, but the more industrialized countries start digging, going down into the earth. Uh, they're making housing, roads, all these things beneath the earth into mountains because they're expecting something. For us, I'm saying that the more we become recessive to the sun and less recessive, the more we are recessive, the more that we're going to survive any natural disaster or anything that comes to us because we're designed to survive it that way. So the more we become conscious about our surroundings, the more we become conscious about vibrating, the more we help each other to survive in times of natural disaster. Sometimes say what? We vibrate so much that we help to control the season. We help to control what happens around us. So we mightn't have that kind of natural disaster. It's just, I believe is that humans will kill themselves. So these are things that keeps coming up from constant by reading constantly. And this is something that I would approach and ask all of you to do. As we come steady and we speak, we read up on something. Let us challenge ourselves to go read up on a particular book or a particular line or study or do some research and come back when we come back again. So it will help each other to vibrate even more, better than yesterday or day before yesterday or last week. I mean, that's what I do in my class. I'm glad that I wish if my class can be more accessible to information and reasoning like how you reasoning. I'm working. It's a work in progress, but it's good.
Sir.
Yeah, it's gonna be a work in progress for me not to
Yeah, it's gonna
to
require a lot of
grasp
reading.
everything because I don't know. It's just everything that I've been looking into. It just falls into why I believe that more started elsewhere and made their way over here. It was converting people into Moorism. It,
Now, like the oldest tribe is really the Washita or the Yamasee,
but
and
they
nobody
saying
preaches.
that they didn't start
Bro,
calling
bro, don't
themselves
tell me who
Moors
my
until
tribe
the
is,
mid
bro. You gonna
19
already come with the
90s.
disrespect. Don't
Hey,
tell me who
let's
my
let's
tribe
Go
is and
ahead,
let's
my
talk
fucking
sister.
about it.
before I
Nah,
Go
say
ahead,
let's
sister.
talk about it,
that
y'all.
name.
Calm down. Calm
Yeah, here
down.
we go.
Who am I
Hey,
Yeah.
fucking with?
hey,
Calm.
more
He's calm.
Morris Master Teacher. What's up with that Ashita?
Yeah, the Washita. Yeah, they
Ashita. Yeah.
yeah, these people are direct descendants of the Olmecs. No way
Yeah.
around it.
Well, hey, I ain't nothing but about an hour away from that mountain.
I can tell you all about them niggas that we ran to because we got fucking chased by the Lenape and the Osages and
Hey,
other fuck
hey,
niggas because I'm a
man,
real Cato Indian, right? Because I really got that
bro,
bloodline and had a bit
Bro,
of
now
history
you
I'm
running through
Okay,
Cato
me,
bro.
right?
Indian too, bro,
So
and I'm
Okay,
right
well,
here.
all right,
I'm
my
right
nigga.
here. Like, look, I'm on
hey,
Cato
he
land
trying to
right
run
now,
it back.
bro. Like, just relax, bro.
Man, he trying to run
Relax. This
like
my
like
land,
like
bro.
literally this going on YouTube. I can't be doing all that. I don't want to edit the video. You got me bent. You
This my
trying to make me
India now, right? Oh, so now we got a magical also Cato after 4 years I've been on this app, right? You asked a Cato, okay, that's good. I'm happy for you, bro. So
I'm
you
saying
tell
just calm down with
hold
the
on.
cursing,
You
bro. I
tell
got
me,
my
hold on.
kids
You
right
tell me
here.
how our prehistoric my bloodline, my tribe, right? That's prehistoric, that predates your fucking Moor shit. Tell me how I'm a fucking Moor, nigga.
Bro, Kato don't
Hold
predate
on.
nothing. Why
It's
you do that?
about
Why you be trying
it's
to
about the body
why you trying to
politic,
make it
man.
a pissing contest?
No,
Why you
no, it's
making a
about the
pissing
body
contest?
politic
Okay,
because you
Kato's
need a
predate
ruler
Morris,
to
bro.
own land.
So we
If you
all
don't
are
have a
Cato, bro, in
ruler,
that
you
case.
can't own
In that
any
case, we all
land.
Cato, bro. Nothing wrong with that.
It's too many people talking at once.
Yeah, he need to stop, turning up like that. Like you can't be doing all the cursing, bro. Have a little respect.
Nah, what I'm trying to say is like
Don't
you need
tell
a
me who my
ruler
folks
to
are,
own
bro. Don't
land.
try to tell me how I should
So,
speak, and then when I get up here, you telling me my folks is Wichita.
what you talking about?
I said, yo, folks, I don't even think you a
Yeah, you
Washita
said
Moor.
you said you said
Opium folks is Cato, which is Wichita.
No, I didn't. You a damn lie. I said the oldest people of this land are Washita and Yamasee.
I could affirm that. I heard you say Washington Yamasee, Noble.
Heck yeah.
Confirmed.
Yep.
And they know that they're Moors. All you gotta do is study them. And
my
you're
folks.
gonna find out a
So
lot
see,
about the Moors.
the thing is,
Why am I finding out that they've been calling they more? They started
that's
calling
what I'm trying to
themselves
say. They
Moors
trying to
in the
tell me
mid
my folks.
1990s.
That's what I'm saying. They trying
Oh
to tell me
no.
That's
Just
They
like
trying to say my
Okay, watch
bloodline,
this.
right? My
Sis,
folks
that would
tied
sis,
to
be
the
sis,
that would be
sis,
just
have you
like
ever
the
heard of a
people
saga?
today. So
Go.
you're studying and you're finding out knowledge of self, and then you find out, the ancient bloodline, the history, and everything else, and you connect with it,
Yep, and
just
my
like
Yeah.
anything else.
All
So just
right.
like
Hey,
no, hey, hold on.
opium.
And my shit went
Opium.
off the matriarch system, right? And I did the research on the matriarch system, and I actually found the oldest statue ever found in human history, which y'all probably ain't never seen, right?
And when they found that statue, which was the oldest statue ever created, first ever by
Like the
humans,
demons.
which was a woman's womb, which I can show you the picture of if I had my live, right? Which none of you niggas can debunk, and ain't nobody debunked it after these 4 years, right? And it says the downfall of this statue right here, when the world was on an accord with the matriarch system that all scholars and all fucking people, researchers agree upon around the fucking world, right? That I can show you the picture of,
And
that
we all see that.
the downfall of that matriarch center of that statue that I can show y'all was because of religion, because of Islam, Christianity, and the shit that y'all believe in.
brother.
Yeah,
False,
Can
it's
I
called the
can
false,
Mom
false.
Venus. Mom de
Look,
Venus.
You want me to send
Hey,
C3 the statue? You want
brother,
me to send C3 the picture of the statue and the article,
brother.
no,
E?
nobody's trying to
Bro,
debate you
bro,
on the
we know all
Hey,
statue.
about it. We don't need no art,
hey,
bro.
OPM. I got a question for you though, bro. Where is the Washita Mouse?
Yeah, he know who the mound builders is. Kate, so
Look,
man,
this
why
this how I
man
know.
stop
Hey, look,
doing that?
this
Who
how
are
I
the
know.
mound
Hold on,
builders?
No,
this
I'm
how I
just
know this
asking
nigga's
you a
not.
question.
This
We ain't
how I know
going
he
back
not.
and
This
forth.
how I know
If
he
you
not a
if you
keto Indian because of
if you
this
really
how I know he
Kato,
not.
bro,
This is
it's
how I
gonna
know.
show, bro. That's like if you
Those are two
real, it's
different.
gonna show.
I'm gonna show you right now how I am, bro. Because those are two different things, my boy. My folks are the ones who ran to the Wichita. That got chased by the Lenape and the Osages. That's my bloodline, boy.
I'm
Okay,
definitely
and
a
we know the
man, but
tribes
keep
were at war
going.
with each other, so
Yeah.
My brother,
I
if I
mean,
can
So
add, if I can
yeah,
opium.
add
So
you're
hold
something.
on. So
arguing with the
wait, hold
wrong
on.
With that
So
people
extra
wait,
though.
what
energy
Noble
bloodline?
for
Wait,
no
Drew
what
say
reason.
he was
bloodline are
Indian
you? Wait,
too.
what bloodline are you? Hold on. What bloodline are you talking about? Because
My
there's
brother,
multiple. That's it. I'm not saying you wrong, but nigga, that's not my story. That's not my bloodline you talking about.
my
It's
brother,
not about
brother.
bloodlines. It's about nationality and monarchs coming together and making agreements with nations.
Right, my
See, that's what
brother.
Big
everybody keeps
facts.
getting confused. This is not about bloodline. This is
If
about nations coming together and making agreements,
It
claiming
starts with
land.
bloodlines first. It starts with
Yo,
who
it's definitely
starts
about
with the
bloodline though.
hierarchy. And what the
yeah,
fuck is you
because
talking about,
if
bro?
you don't know who
How?
your bloodline is, you can be teaming up with somebody who
Okay, what bloodline has a
is
better
a
army?
No, the
wait.
reason I'm
No,
saying is it's
you're
definitely
not
about bloodline
understanding.
because
What?
we have a claim to this land by you sing with us. That's the highest
Right.
claim you can go on this land.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, all right, you saying
Yeah.
bloodline, you had the claim to the land by blood. Okay, I get that. But what I'm saying is, as far as having an army and as far as having monarchs and a flag
So
and
I have
having
the
a
blood. Why
nation
are you even wait?
represent
Hold on.
a
Why are you
group of
worried about?
people,
Wait. Why are you
that's what
worried
it's
about?
about.
Why are you worried about an army and not worried about multiple other people
I'm
like
with you
us
though.
and yourself? Hold on, others and ourselves, right? That are on this journey and coming together and having a respect of who may be tied to who first, so we can get to that. I'm not disagreeing. I want to get to that army shit too. But there's levels and steps to this shit, and motherfuckers want to skip and just get to the army shit and not sit up here and be in lives like this, and me to be able to, like Miko, like C3 or whoever else more, to be able to state your shit and know who you are. I got a problem with umbrella shit. I got problems with everybody being a motherfucking Moor and not knowing who's individually tied to something, who got disinherited from something. Well, this nigga, your family may have did something to this nigga Miko family, or my family may have did something to your family. Nigga, we gotta really sort shit the fuck out. What is y'all
Hey,
niggas
So
really on?
And that's what the Moorish Science Temple
hey,
is doing. The
hey,
Moorish movement
hey,
is taking
opium. You
everything
know what it
back to
look?
the beginning,
wait a minute.
before
You know
all
what it
So
that
look like,
beef.
opium?
so was
It
Moors
looks like
warring against each other?
yes. It looks
Yes,
like right now.
definitely.
Yeah,
It
right
looks like
now.
right now
But
because
I have
we all
we're
in the
not
same boat.
we're not warring
So
against each other. We're more or less
so if
agreeing to
No, it's
I'm
disagree.
talking
it's
No,
about
no,
one.
in the past,
we were in the past. Yes,
yeah.
we
Oh
were
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
We weren't.
so y'all
warring
was
with each
warring with
other.
other Moors. Then how you don't know that you could be talking to somebody that is a bloodline of the Moor that your bloodline was warring against?
But
That's what I'm
here's the
Question.
saying.
difference
Like,
of them to
like that
now.
shit is crazy.
Here was the difference
Or
of
it's
them
just
to now.
all Moors
But
just
but
coming
this is the
together
thing.
Look,
Because you got to read the literature
Right.
that's in the Library of Congress,
look.
man. Noble Drew
That's no
Ali put the
different than
books out there
But
for
it,
wait,
everybody to
but
read. It
I
look.
explains
thought
all of
Noble
that
Drew
if you put
Hey,
it
Ali was
read.
a
sis.
circus
Hey,
Moor.
sus. It's no
No, it's
different
not.
than saying look. It's no different than saying we're American Indians.
No, it's not because I'm a,
Didn't
hold on
American
more.
Indians beef with each other? No, watch that. I'm
No, this
saying
I'm
didn't they
gonna be
beef
real.
with each
I'm gonna
other?
be realistic. Let me
So
be
they didn't
realistic.
fight each other. They didn't
Let
fight
me
each
be
other.
realistic. Let me be realistic with you more.
American Indians
I'm gonna
didn't
be.
fight each other.
Let me be
Is the
realistic
real
with you, bro.
question right
Let
now.
me
Yeah.
be realistic. I'm gonna
Of
be hesitant.
course.
Exactly.
So what about today in this day and age? Y'all gonna
That's
do
what I'm
what?
trying to tell you.
What y'all gonna do?
Let me tell you. I'm gonna be
Y'all gonna
hesitant,
run it
right?
back?
Hold on. Let me
Y'all gonna run it
listen.
back?
Listen, Morris, I'm gonna be hesitant to either do business or whatever it is that this person wants to do, get a piece of land together, invest in something together, right? If I know that, and I'm saying I'm not trying to judge a person
bro.
or nothing like
That's
that.
like the
But look, hold
Bible.
on.
That's like saying,
Listen,
oh, you
I'm not even
you
done.
jealous.
I'm not even done. I'm
You
just
not an
trying to tell you.
Israelite.
I'm trying to tell you the comfortability if we're trying to get them together, right? Individuals like myself, I'm not really gonna want to fuck with a nigga that has ties to the circus, bro. I'm not gonna want to fuck with a nigga that has a bloodline that may have probably did something to
You
my
don't even know
family.
what
That's my
circus
hold on.
mean,
Hold on. Listen, that's my individual. That's everybody's individual choice. You don't. You can
bro.
still choose. You don't
Level
have
of
to. You don't.
knowledge.
I don't have
That's
to hold
Not
everybody's
you.
individual
HB.
knowledge.
I don't
I
have
Y'all
to
don't
mean,
know
hold
what
first
you
of
circus
all,
accountable.
mean.
I'm
Y'all don't know
I,
what circus
Hey,
mean.
what
just
was the
talking
first
crazy.
Indian
Smooth,
tribe?
you talking.
Wait a minute, but
What?
Man, how we turn
well,
this to
I
an
thought
argument,
he,
man? Stop,
so,
y'all.
okay, so I was up on a Morris panel before, and they was talking about Noble Drew Ali, and I had asked him what's the earliest of Noble Drew Ali's history do he know, and he said that don't matter. So I was like, so it don't matter that he started off in the circus?
No, he started off with Deuce Muhammad Ali. He
so
was a
okay. So
No,
which
I'm
one
yeah,
was
talking
yeah.
what?
about his
What
beginning before
yes.
he
What
even
was
got
that?
into
He
what
was
he
12.
became.
He
It
was
doesn't
12.
matter.
And
You
those
still would.
people put him in a circus.
It
And
don't
then he
matter.
was
You
rolling
still
with some
a fighter.
Romanians. Then he went out to Egypt and learned the knowledge. All
It's
right.
still a
So
fighter.
he
Right.
was
In his
young
or
and they kind of
Still a
took
fighter.
advantage of his abilities he had.
It's still a fighter.
Okay. If y'all really want to, talk
Still a
about Noble
fighter.
Drew
in
Ali, you learn the
in
full
his or
story.
It's
in
still
his
a fighter.
origins are Cherokee.
See, yeah,
It's
I
still a
know his
fighter.
origins are Cherokee, but it was like that was when I was in my journey of learning about him, and I had asked him
Okay.
that because I want to ask Moors too because I'm not a Moor,
But hear
and then
what? Hear
I'm
what?
just now I tap into it, but I don't be like tapped into it.
Hear what? Everybody. I started off as a policeman. I ended up as a taxi driver. Then I ended up as a security guard before I started reading about Noble Drew Ali. So it doesn't make the kind of difference where you started from. It is who you ended up becoming. And what have you done after you've gained the knowledge? That's why I use the phrase the wealth of a man is not what he builds, gains, or buy, but the ability to change lives. And
So
that's
you
what
mean?
Noble Drew
So
Ali
wait,
did.
doctor. So
I
you
heard
mean to
that
tell me?
phrase before.
So you mean to tell me there's no limits? There's no. So you mean to tell me a person? So unless they do something with a child, they can come back from whatever they done did. Y'all do know there's certain things that motherfuckers do that there's the point of no return, right?
Advantage in a circus. What are you
No,
No,
I'm
trying
not.
to
I'm not
say?
talking about
but no,
just the circus. But this is my thing. I'm not just talking about just the circus, bro. My thing is,
but
look, this is what I'm trying to.
then, but then I got to
If
know
you're
where
young
I
and you're
am
12,
at.
what can you do, man? He was taken advantage of in the circus. They was using his abilities. Then he went to Egypt with the Romanians. Then the people he went to, or the Romanians he gave him to, they actually stuck him in one of the tombs underneath the Sphinx. And they believe in omens or whatever. If you ever read the book of the Alchemist,
What about the
so they
other?
stuck him in one of the tombs, and he ended up getting out like in under an hour. Then they started teaching him the knowledge because they felt like it was a good omen. That's the story.
What about the other Moorish caravans that were coming here and entertaining my people, bro?
well, the Moorish
So what?
caravans that were
I
that
entertain
And
people.
you stuck on one time period. The
I
Washington
entertain.
predate all that.
How many
I
times?
entertain people people for for over over thirty thirty years. 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 years.
Wait, wait,
Definitely
wait, wait,
wasn't
wait.
here when
Listen,
the Morris
listen.
got here, so cut it out.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Wait, wait,
But I
wait,
entertain
wait, wait.
people
wait,
for over 30 years.
Who
So
was
I
it
This is
don't
my
know
here
thing.
what's the
when the Moors
meaning.
got here?
wait.
What
You
do you mean by
saying
that?
Indians weren't here before the Moors?
Look. I'm gonna say this, C3. Indian is a misnomer. Period.
Of
That's a
course.
Who,
misnomer.
who is saying
Period. Now
that?
listen. No. Listen. When they
No, the
refer
word
to when they
aboriginal.
Yeah,
No,
they
it's
was
not
listen.
showing me who's
Listen,
speaking. I'm trying to put
C3.
a voice
It's
with a
five titles.
profile.
It's
Okay.
five titles.
C3.
Listen up, OPM.
When they refer to Indians, Hebrew Israelites, Moors, so-called black people, you talking about the same people. The difference is that Indian, black, and all those other things, those are misnomers though. And then when you look at it, this is not India. And I was just going over this earlier, and I already
This is
know
my.
how opium is because when he changes the paradigm of what's going on with the energy and the frequency up in here because of what he's
So
stuck
where's
on.
India?
I'm not stuck on
India's
nothing,
over there
nigga.
in
Because I
Africa, and
okay.
that's a new
Let's
term
put it like
too.
this. Let's put it like this.
India, listen,
Okay,
C3.
okay.
Oh,
Let's put it. Hold on.
India
Let's
is a
put it
new
like this. Hold
term.
on.
Wait a minute.
Let's
Wait a
put it.
minute.
Let's put it like this. Let's
India,
take the term. Hold on. Let's take the terms
Indian
out
was
of it. Let's see. Hold
created.
on. Since y'all niggas so stuck on terms, right? Let's take the terms out of it. Let's not call ourselves nothing. Let's talk about my fucking bloodline and let's not give it no
Hey,
title.
opium, opium. Oh, real quick. I'm gonna give you the floor, opium. I'm gonna give you the floor. Let me just say this. I told you this once before, bro. I'm gonna tell you again. Stop addressing me as nigga. I'm not a nigga. I'm a Moor.
Bruh, nigga is king. Research on it. It's interchangeable. So I don't know fuck what you talking about. Anyway, it means Naga also.
Bro, you, hey,
You're
you,
talking
hey,
about,
okay.
nigga.
You can say whatever you want to
Anyway,
say. Hey, you do.
anyway,
Hey, opium, opium,
anyway.
opium. You do know I'm over here on the West Coast with you too, right? Because you did say you was in LA,
What
right?
you want to meet up in at Sloss and Swap meet and tell me I'm a
Bro,
fucking more in my face,
I'm
nigga?
Man,
right,
don't do that,
bro.
y'all.
Opium, opium.
Chill
I'm right
out.
over the grapevine, bro. I'm right over the grapevine.
No, don't do that.
At
I'm
the
Don't do that.
literally on the
Slauson,
West
you want
Coast
to meet
over
up
here.
at the
I
Slauson or
said
motherfucking?
10, bro.
You
Chill,
want to meet up
Somebody
man.
at
shut
I'm
this
Cody's?
Chill,
down.
literally,
You
man.
want
bro,
to
right
tell?
over the
Hey, you want
grapevine.
to
Hey,
tell me
Yeah.
You want to
It's
tell
about
me I'm a
life and
more in
patience,
my
Check
right?
this
face?
out,
Chill,
bro. I
opium.
asked you politely.
Wait a
This the
minute.
last time I asked you.
man,
Okay,
I
Don't
how
gotta
be
about
like
drop
that.
this?
Put some
everybody,
fucking
man.
respect on it.
Hold on.
Nah,
I
don't do
got a
that, brother.
solution. I got a solution. Just ignore each other.
How we turn this into an argument? Y'all don't do that, man.
Just ignore each
That's
other.
Yeah,
cool.
well,
Like
well,
I'm
I'm gonna
just
say
saying,
this.
just feel
What
like
was
I'm
the
not gonna
first
drop
Politics.
a nigga.
tribe?
I understand
So
it.
let's take it to the beginning. What was the first tribe? All
You the
right.
one.
Like, if you really want to talk about bloodline, so what's the first tribe in the bloodline, and how did everything start off?
Bruh, I'm not worried. I'm worried about what I found out with my family. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Some of y'all are not understanding that certain individuals like myself, that like some of you, whoever, like I said, you, all these people, all these Indians that knew they was Indians 10 years ago and they mama told them, and all you Moors who knew you was Moors 10 years. Some of us don't give a fuck about none of that and didn't know we was nothing.
I think everybody's dropping.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, man. Come on, man. But
That's not what I intended for to happen with us.
nah, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I was trying to just go as long as possible with just us. And I know it was a couple good brothers I wanted to bring up, but I was willing, like you say, like especially when you said, "Hey, anybody can come up as long as they, what I'm saying, keep the peace." You feel me? And just bring some facts, bring some knowledge. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, we already know that it was gonna be something like that.
I mean, I
You
said
know?
that at the beginning. I'm like, you know that this shit ain't gonna
Yeah,
end well. But I mean,
yeah, yeah.
I like when they get to the fighting, nah, man, we don't need to do that. That's what they want us to do.
For real, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna ask you, brother, who are the mound builders?
As you mean like the Mississippians?
Yeah, like who has to be given that credit?
It definitely has to be like, see, it goes back. You know, they talk about the mother culture is, the she, which a lot of people don't understand that the she is they are the mother culture. Then you have them going north and south. When they went south, they became like the brother. I don't know his name, the doctor that was on here. He was telling y'all he was Arawak, so he's Taino. So he would be the she. He would be Olmec. Then it went north and became the Yamasi, the mound builders, the Mississippians. So it's all one bloodline. It just went in different directions.
Right, just tribal nations, split into tribal nations.
Absolutely. There go my brother Swarthy right there. How you doing,
What
brother?
up? Peace, peace.
Peace, bro.
Yes, sir. What's going on, good bro?
Yeah, I ain't even know what happened. I just came on the tail end of everything. Hey,
Yeah, hey, you could imagine that it was perfect until the storm. You know what I'm saying? It's always that calm before the storm.
it's been in the air
You know what I
today,
mean?
though.
Yes,
Shit,
sir.
we was just talking about how the Moorish Indian connection.
Oh yeah, it's one big happy family.
C3
Yes,
says
sir.
she got questions.
Come back up, C3.
I love her enthusiasm to learn, though. That's what I like about her.
Yeah, me too. She seemed like
Yeah,
a more of a bookworm than most of them.
right. Because when it comes to this knowledge, you got to be receptive. So it's
Absolutely.
like I could tell you, but as long as you reject it, I mean, it's on you. So all I can do is tell you, and then from there it's up to you to do your due diligence and go do the research. If you refuse to, okay, it is what it is, and you identify as what you identify. What you eat don't make me poop, basically.
Exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying. So at the
Right.
end of the day, do you, but at the same time, don't disregard the facts, because even if I watch a TikTok channel and it's primarily Indian, they on Indian business, whatever, and I chime in, I'm not going to disregard what they're saying. Why? 'Cause it's still a part of our history.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna come in open minded, listening to what they're saying. But at the same time, I have the understanding that Indian is a misnomer. Our people didn't call
We
ourselves
never
that.
called ourselves that.
Columbus, right? Columbus sailed over and began that classification. And if you study the word Indian, it was used worldwide. People in the Philippines were called Indians. If you
Right.
go back and you look at the people, the people of New Zealand, the Maori, they
Yeah.
dress like Indians when you go back in their ancient cultures.
And that's
So
who the
if
Mu is. The like Mu was Zealandia.
right,
You feel me?
yep.
The ancient continent that New Zealand sits on. It's
Someone
underwater.
has said that
Underwater.
India was in Africa. What map can I search
Well,
to find this?
No, hey,
for
I ain't gonna
that you
lie.
gotta for that it's so what you gotta understand. There's no such thing as the Middle East. That's something the Europeans made up. So
Right.
No,
when
because
we
it's
had
technically
the
still connected to that continent.
Yeah. If you got
right,
East Indians and you got East Africa, that means you could have East Indians in Africa, or you could have West Indians, so to speak. Yeah.
right,
Don't we always say that there's Americans over there? Yeah, that those would be West Indians.
because when you trace it back and you study the expansion of the empire, they came out of Africa, um, end up going into the region now known as the Middle East, Yemen, all that, including Hindustan, India. So if you look them up in India, they're the Mers in India as well, and all of that was all part of Africa at one time, to include Spain, which was Al Andalus. All of that was considered Africa, but that's like ancient geography. So you got to go back and look at the migrations, the wars that took place, everything else, and that's all crusade period and everything else.
But I ain't gonna lie, I want C3 to ask more questions. I ain't got no problem with none of that. For real.
I will let y'all know. I'm trying to wrap my head around it and get an understanding of how we was all. Um. So was the Mongols Moors too?
Yep,
The pale ones.
they didn't start off pale,
Yeah, I
but
know
but
they
yeah,
did.
the ancient mongrels, or the mongrels are also Moors. So if you look into like the ancient pictures, they're kind of hard to find. I forgot the original
Yeah,
damn name,
they're the
but
dark
Wait,
skin
wait,
if you
man.
wait.
look
I
into
think
I
I
Genghis
may have
Khan,
I
one. Hold
got
on,
you.
hold on. I
I
think I
got you.
may have one.
yeah, if you look into Genghis Khan was so-called black.
No, I haven't seen no picture of Genghis Khan like that. I know, I
Yeah,
know, I know it's a title and whatnot. Are you talking about something like this?
yeah, I can't remember the
Oh,
the
you gonna have
name
to
that
blow me
it's.
up so they can see
Yeah,
it.
I can't remember the name that it's under, but it went under a different name. I got something on my page on it, but I can't remember the damn name. But yeah, because when you read Ancient and Modern Britain's Volume 1, they
Are you talking
called
about
them
something like this?
the swarthy Huns. Yeah, you see how he's melanated.
Yeah, I got other one. Gee, I found one of them fucking. That's crazy.
So yeah, so somebody in the comment was like, everybody in the world was Moors. Yeah. So anybody who was dark skinned or Muslim, because during the times of the Crusades, you had the Christians fighting the Muslims, and you had Christian converts. Those Christian converts were also known as Moors, whether they were so-called white tea or whatever, because that
No,
was
not that one.
was
That's
one of
fucking
the
black.
one of the definitions or the ways that it was applied during that time period. Was it was pretty much anybody who was Muslim or dark skinned.
Let me add this to
Yeah.
what the more you know is saying. Also, C3 is that you got to also think that or know that because of the fact how they say all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Just
Mhm.
because people are Moors in other places don't make them us over here because we're different than any other Moor around the world. And I'm talking about here in the Americas. We're way different than any other Moors anywhere else.
The
See,
We
because
well,
I'll be trying to find how who y'all originate from in the Americas. I know it brings you back to the Washita Indians and whatnot. But it's
when
like,
they
why can't I? Because I hear people like all of them are Moors, all the tribes are Moors. So I'm like,
look,
so did somebody
Yeah,
leave
you
that
know,
tribe and go convert people? Like,
no, you can't convert or change your pedigree.
hold on, hold on. This is what I found this. Hold on, maybe one of y'all can explain this. Hopefully, it show this whole thing. Damn it, it don't show the whole thing. But it talks about how the L and the Bay and is all connected to one of the five civilized tribes.
Right.
How was that? Because
So when you go with that, you got to remember that the tribes that came out of each other. So like I said, when you had the Mayans who became the Egyptians, who then became the Mississippians and all that. But then it's like even when you get into that aspect of the studies, what you'll find out is the Cherokee are related to the ancient Phoenicians, the Atlanteans. So I mean, there's a lot of connections to like ancient, so-called mythical civilizations. So you got to remember, this is a continuation of a bloodline. It's just an extension through a new tribal nation.
Right. And also like the more you know was saying, it was like at first when I came into this understanding, coming into this knowledge, it's deep. It's very deep because keep in mind, C3 is that they've done a lot of hiding information. It's a lot of information that's not out here to the masses. Why do you think also when you hear the Mexicans or whatnot or to speak, Spanish, they'll say moreno or morena. They're Moors, Moro, Morena, Moors. That's
They
what
were
they're that's
calling
what they're
me when I
meaning.
went down there.
That's what they
You
was
see
Right.
what I'm
calling.
saying?
Because a huge thing about this is language. So when you begin to understand how to identify the word more in other languages, it begins to make a lot more sense. For instance, the people in Poland were called Mersins. They're like, there ain't no black people in Poland. Yeah, the people in Poland were called Mersins. The people in Germany were called Mohr, Mohr. The people in Italy were Mori, Mori. The people in Sri Lanka are called Moors. The people in India were called Mers. Um, Puerto Rico, the Tainos, Moreno, like Mexico. Um, the Cimarron, also the Seminoles. Um, they extend from the Marranos, who were the Sephardic Jews, who during the exile in Spain. So when they conquered the Alhambra and they began to behead or they exiled the Jews and behead the Muslims, those Jews and some of the Muslims that fled into the Caribbean and into other areas like Florida and all that. So when you get into it, you find out all that shit's connected. The Seminoles are the Cimarrones, who are the Maroons, who are the Moranos. So that's why it's like when you study, you have to study. It's like it's a lot to this shit. But once you start digging in, you'll start making all the connections.
Right. And because again, sometimes like, and I know the more you know, and Moorish master teacher and ran into it, and if those that be studying know that you can get referred to go research something, and you when you go to research that page to look for it, it'll be like error page not found because they're steady pulling information off the net. They're hiding books. Mind you, that we went through book burnings, and that's why it's hard for a lot of our people to make this connection because of the indoctrination and stuff like that. And again, also note this: law and history go together. Again, law and history, they go together. That's why when you predate back, and even if you look, and I said this numerous times, and it makes sense. So when they would look at our so-called history, American history in the colonial, in the colonized North America of the United States, right? Corporation, the school system is indoctrinated. The history, you will look that they won't go back so far on our stuff. They'll only go back so far because if they predate back farther than that, they'll see that we weren't called black people. We were called Moors prior to that. They just indoctrinated our history. And that's what even some of the hybrids was saying. They said, no, the ones that are telling the truth, they said, you got to go back further than that. Because when you go back further than that, you're going to find out some shit that you didn't know nothing about. Facts.
Huge facts, because I found out the Cherokees are the Turks. They're the Greeks. They're the Shit, it was another civilization too. But like once I started researching into that, because you know I'm
Solution.
from a Cherokee background, I started digging in, and I
Wait, you
found
saying that them people came over here and created the Cherokee people?
no. So you got to remember the Cherokee are out of the Mississippian Empire.
Yeah.
Right.
And with the ancient Cherokee, they're also the Phoenicians, which is why you find
Right.
the Back Creek stone, which is written in Hebrew, and the Phoenicians also spoke Hebrew. Now we know the Phoenicians were in North Africa, Carthage, and all that. They're the same people. The Cherokees left and went over there. We had always been going back and forth. The ancient Egyptians were going back and forth. Cherokees were going back and forth. I mean, so we had always been traveling back and forth.
Hey, a good book to read on what you
Between
just
Africa and all
said
that.
is called Ramesses III, The Father of America. Get that book.
I'm gonna check that one out. You said it was
Um,
Ramses the Third.
it's Ramesses III, Father of America. It's saying what you just said.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that one up.
But the tribes were heavily mixed, but it's always been an indigenous element here. You're right about the Phoenician thing, but the Back Creek stone that you're speaking of, see, there's different dialects of what you called Hebrew. It's really Punic. It's different dialects of it. You have
Right.
a Gabare form of so-called Hebrew. It's different dialects.
Yep. See, because what another thing that'll throw a
Even
lot of people off is when you get into the Olmecs. And the Olmecs, they say, are the what did they call them? Damn, something Semitic. It was a combination, but it's because the people were already here, and then there was the group that came from Africa and mixed in with the Olmec civilization. I forgot the exact word. They call them something. Is it? Damn, I forgot it off the top of my head. But it's some Semitic term that they applied to them. And another good book, if you haven't read it, is America's the True Old World. That's a good one. Has a lot of information in there. 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro, Ancient and Modern Britons. I only got volume one. I got to get volume two. Nature Knows No Color Line by J.A. Rogers.
I
That's a
love that
really
book.
good one.
I love that book.
Yep, that one's got a lot of good information in there.
Also,
And
like
then
how the more you know was saying, like the all of the dark skinned people were known as Moors, mind you, because see these modernly
Yep.
known Filipinos are known as Filipino, right? That's a misnomer. They are known as
Yep.
Moors as well. Moro, you see, and I was showing the
Moral.
etymology. I'm gonna show the etymology again for C3. But see, the thing is, they're just a different. It's like they're different tribes of Moors, but they are Moors though. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
So watch this. And again, once you start going and looking at some of the history, it's gonna start and the law that goes with it, it's gonna make more sense to you. Be like, oh, okay. It's gonna really start making way more sense. What to do with that?
Hey, hey, come on up, Abo Ali.
I'm still trying to figure out how America is Morocco. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I still can't understand that part.
Hey, let me
okay, so
ask you a
now
question,
Everything else
C3.
that was said, I can grasp. You know what I'm saying? I can grasp. I can understand. It's just the America and Morocco part because I've talked to
so
a
now
lot of.
so
All
now
I get
so
is
now
the friendship treaty, the peace and friendship treaty.
the treaty,
That's all
right?
I mainly get. And then I asked Seven one day, and I was like, a lot of people who says that talk like at one point in time, this whole landmass was called Morocco. Like there's some type of
So
evidence out there
Yes.
that will prove their claim. And I was like, is there like on a map? And he pulled out a map and it showed Morocco and Indiana. And I was like, so is there a map showing the whole landmass labeled as Morocco? And he said, no, you'll never find one. So now I'm asking y'all the same question to see if y'all ever seen something like that.
I, I already answered it, but hey, I don't know what's going on, Abo.
Okay, so my question is this: what to y'all qualifies as a mystery?
Exonym, not an endonym.
So
An
more is not
exonym
an
is
exonym.
no, it's an endonym.
No, break that
Yeah,
down. Don't just say it
What
because
makes
people
it
out
that?
here don't know
you
what
know,
it is. Break that
just
down.
like exoskeleton, or can y'all hear me?
We hear
Yeah,
you.
just like just like exoskeleton or exoteric. It means outside. You know what I'm saying? Like the physical would be your exoskeleton or whatever. But you know, the esoteric means inner and all that. So endonym means what the people call themselves, but an exonym is what outsiders call them. You feel me? So it's not an exonym; it's an
Yeah,
endonym.
So
I
we
understand.
describe so in your breakdown right now, you're telling me that we described ourselves as a descriptive word because more meant dark hue, skin,
No,
swarthy. So
no. That's like modern dictionary type, way of putting it.
So where did the wall rat come from?
What's that? You said wall rat?
Yeah, like war means wall rat. Where did
Nah,
that come from?
nah. People just making up shit. I don't know what that is. What's a wall rat?
I don't know. I was trying to see if y'all
So
knew.
like,
crawling on the
what you
wall. Let's just keep it real simple.
But if war
I,
means black,
it does not mean that though. That's the thing. It does not mean that though. Did you know
right?
the word more also means the land? I was talking about this too. The word more also means the land. So when you look at the Bible also talks about how Adam was created from the earth. He's created from the land, right? So a
I
more is
think
the
that's the
land.
white people.
Yeah, that's not our
Listen,
story, bro.
no.
Nah.
Listen what I'm saying though. What I'm
No,
saying
because in
though
the Bible
is
it also
no,
says
no, no,
before
no. Just
that,
hear
let
me
us
out.
make man in
I'm just
our
making a
I,
connection for you. I'm not giving you
I
nothing.
mean, well,
I'm
you
just giving
can't
you. I'm
give a
pointing some
connection to
stuff out to
something that
you
don't even reference us
because
at all.
because the word more, that's what it means, regardless of what you say or how you feel. The word more means the land as well as the people. And this is Morocco, the Moroccan Empire. This is not it's
Okay,
not even
so
a
no,
debate.
I
It's
mean, you're
just a
making
fact.
So
statements. That's fine.
where did the empire start?
Yeah, yeah. See,
This
hold
whole
on, because he
did you
wait,
at
wait,
what
wait, wait, wait,
again?
bro,
She running
bro.
in circles. She
Cause
running in
isn't for
circles. The more you
no,
know, answer
isn't
that.
for
All
an
The
right,
more,
empire?
the
Exactly,
more
Don't
you
they
exactly.
all
I
right.
need
Here
to
we
just
go.
said
Here we
that
go.
conquer?
Here we go.
earlier.
Here
That's
we
what I
go.
was tripping
Oh my
on.
god, here
All
we
right.
go.
So you got to remember
that's crazy. That's crazy.
the Moorish Empire was worldwide, and we know that because of the most recent empire being the Tartarian Empire. But with that
But
being
then they
said,
have to
you
start
had the
somewhere.
what's that?
Remember, I told you I got a phone call.
Oh, okay. So
Here,
with that being said, you got to remember a lot of this history is encoded because when you go in, it's 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 a whole bunch of secret society shit. Like when you get into the esoteric studies and stuff, and you'll
Yeah,
realize they have a hand.
I don't know what happened. His mic cut off.
Ah, shit.
He's breaking up.
Oh,
He might have to go out and
but
come in.
but for it to be an empire, didn't they have to go and conquer to add to their empire for it to be worldwide? Or they was like,
Look,
oh, you're
look,
more
look, look,
too. We can
look,
just be in the empire
look,
together.
look. C3, the brother just told you to probably check out the book. Well, I don't know. Matter of fact, I forgot the name, but I know one called Ramses, the Father of America. If you look that up, right?
I just said that for real.
Yeah,
That
remember I
was the
said
same
that.
one. Yeah, if you look at my video, I got it in there. You know, I was showing how they came to America thousands of years ago.
Right. Someone put in
They
the comments who was the emperor then. For it to be an empire, didn't it have to be an emperor?
look, look. Literally, they found the body of the Pharaoh Ramsey in the
Mm-hmm.
Niagara Falls, pretty much over there in that region. But they say it was taken from Egypt in King Seti's tomb. In King Seti's tomb, he's blocking the entrance with a giant sarcophagus that there's no way you could have got anything as large as his out of there. You couldn't have gotten nothing out of that room as large as Ramses' sarcophagus. So it couldn't have came from Egypt, no matter what they tell you. It couldn't have came out of there.
You talk
Hmm?
about the Arab Republic of Egypt?
I'm talking about where those pyramids are in Cairo and all
No,
those
I'm
places
not
in
talking
Egypt.
about that.
No, I just made a big connection. You want to listen? My bad.
No, I was
So
listening.
are
I
you saying
understand about
Ramses
the
started the Moorish
Mm-mm.
Shit.
I'm saying even Ramses was here. He probably wasn't nowhere near the first. That's
But
just more evidence.
He was
no,
definitely
no,
here because
time out.
he said
I'm
that
asking
over
you.
here would be the north part, right? Remember they said the Egyptians literally said that over here was the land of the dead, right? They said the west was. So when they came to the
Yep.
west, he got buried over here. They said this was the
Yep.
underworld. So then you had
Mhm.
the so-called Mexican dog looks just like Anubis, right?
Yep. Zoloto.
Okay, so when they say the West, though, we talk about the map flip. Then
Nope. No, we talking right here.
no, okay,
Just
right
like,
here
just
is
like we talking
fine.
about corn. We ain't
Listen,
flipped that,
listen.
did we?
Right here is fine, but we know for a fact there was a map flip. So let's not do that. It don't matter
No,
what you
up and
believe
down.
you are. You
As
we
far
know
as north, and south go.
it's north, south, and east and west, bro.
Now I
Have
be
you
hearing
not
that, but
seen corrective
that
map?
that's
Go
not
look
my
up.
take on it.
Go look up MacArthur's corrective map.
Mm.
I just dropped something.
MacArthur,
Yeah.
MacArthur,
Just
MacArthur won't
just
correct me. Is what I'm trying to
listen.
say.
It don't matter what. Again, dude, let's go back to what you just told me earlier. It don't matter what
Pull
you
it
think.
up.
It no matter how
Pull it
you
up.
feel.
And
It
if
matters
it's
what's
really
real.
wrong, it'll
I'm
change me. Go ahead.
I just saying. I done already told you what to look up. The same thing you just did at C3. You didn't pull out any information. You just said he said a book. That's it. I'm giving you the map. That's it. It's not that hard. It's 3 words. Put it in Google. Pull it up right now. They'll give you ones with lines, and then they'll
Right there.
give you another one that still shows that the
Right there.
landmass is actually
The
connected.
only reason up is down or north is south. The only reason. And this the only like I don't go by nobody else's take on it. I don't know what nobody else would
This
tell
ain't
you.
a take, man. This
But
is a
watch this.
study.
This is my take. This is my take. Yeah, my studies. What you think? I'm not just coming out, bro. North and south. The only reason south is north and north is south, truly, is because what we call upper and lower Egypt, upper Egypt was in the south, and lower Egypt was in the north. But we look at things backwards. We think up there is north or upper, and we think, the south is lower, but it's not.
No, not if you. I don't think that because like I said, I just pulled out the gym for you.
I said
MacArthur
nobody do.
corrected map.
I brought
Right,
that.
because you got the MacArthur map, which does show the world, in reverse. But you also have Idris Peri's his map, which also depicted the world, the same way, upside down, the way we look at it now. Um,
I saw that same map in the book too. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
yeah, so they did flip the map, but in addition to that, there, just like Moorish Master said earlier, there are every so many thousands of years a polar shift. So
Yeah, but
Nope.
even the
I,
poles
I,
were reversed at one time.
I, I still don't buy the east and west thing flipping. That's
Well,
what
you
I'm
have
saying.
to, because if
What
you
is there
flip
for
the
you to
map,
buy?
east would become west and west would become east.
No,
Exactly.
I'm just saying. No. I'm just talking about as far as up and down goes. We think south is down, is not, is up.
Right,
You
right.
know.
That's what he's saying.
Okay.
So when you flip
Yeah.
the
No,
map,
but
What's your
but
listen?
east is not
Morris, I think
west.
you're arguing for the sake of just
it
But
arguing. You
was
literally
but
just
left
when the
is
map
not
was
right.
upside down.
if
So
you
if I
Left
took
is
the
flip
not
map,
it,
right.
if I
Right is
take the
not
west
left.
coast and I flip the map upside down, it would now
it
be on the
becomes
east
the
coast,
East
right?
Coast.
No, look, when we looking at a map,
How
we
about
looking
that?
at an
If you
Yes.
flip a
overview.
map,
What are
Watch
west
you
this.
becomes
arguing
No,
east.
no.
about
Watch
right
this.
now?
Watch this. When we look at a map, we looking from
Put
an
me on the big screen,
overview.
please. Put me
But
on the
when
big
we're
screen.
on Earth, but we're actually on
Oh
Earth,
my
so
God.
Who's
it's
that in the bottom?
opposite.
Put
It's
whoever's in the bottom
opposite.
screen, put them up in
Yeah,
the big screen.
that's me. That's me.
It's
That's
opposite of the map.
Yeah, yeah. Put that brother on the big screen
oh my God, bro. I don't
because it's
understand
right
what
there.
you
It's right
think.
there in your face.
Yeah, I don't understand what you think
Look at
you're
it. There you go.
arguing. You're not arguing correctively.
Right, because you see
If
how
you
Alaska is
believe what
now
you
on the right
believe
instead
about
of
the
the left.
South being the North and the North being the South,
Bro,
then the
bro,
East
I'm
is
on a
the
fucking
West
flat
and the
plane,
West
and you
is the
trying to tell
East.
me that the map's supposed to be that way? That's dumb.
I didn't. Bro, you're not listening, bro.
The Earth not even shaped like that.
Nigga, this is a warp
Do
of the damn
do
screen
that.
from
Do that with the
nature. This
flat
has
Earth
nothing
map.
to do with
Do
me.
that with the
Nigga,
flat
look
Earth
up this
map.
map
Make
on
it
your
make
phone right
sense.
now.
Do that with the flat Earth map. That's not real right
This
there.
is a flat Earth map, nigga.
No, it's not. That's a flat
Listen,
map.
listen.
That
Isn't
map
that
doesn't
a-
show elevation.
It
That is
doesn't.
not that is not no goddamn flat Earth map.
You're not
Nowhere
hearing nothing.
near.
Just stop fucking arguing so much so I can make my goddamn point and change the goddamn map to the one that I want to actually show your ass. I'm showing you the fucking corrective map, which you can look up on Google at any point in fucking time you want. But there
That
is
ain't right.
another fucking map that shows this same damn layout with the land masses closer together in a flat earth form. Do you want to wait 5 fucking seconds or you want to just keep chopping off at the
I
goddamn
mean,
lip,
not if
my
you
nigga?
gonna not if you gonna do it like that, bro. Hurry up, man.
God
Don't do
damn.
all that, bro. You acting you know what I'm saying? You acting out right now, bro.
I'm acting out because you running your mouth the whole time. You just
You
talking.
goddamn right. What the
You
fuck
just
you mean?
running your mouth. You're not listening to shit. You ain't letting nobody get nothing out.
That ain't no flat earth map. You mad,
Nigga,
man. Stop that, man.
why would I be mad about showing you something that your ass
Well
can
then
look
just
at and
do
be?
it.
I didn't create the motherfucker. What the hell am I
That ain't no
mad
flat
for?
earth map. That ain't no real type of map. That's a Mercator upside down. I could put a mirror effect on any picture in the world.
I did this. Yeah, I made that. I created
No,
that.
I could do that. They
I,
did.
I,
Ooh, he did that.
yeah,
Wow,
okay.
he's better. He's
All right.
awesome.
Okay. Yeah.
What was his name again? MacArthur?
Y'all argument points be so
Yeah,
wild.
MacArthur's map.
Yeah, I know. He's awesome.
Everybody else on the panel understands what the fuck this is that they're looking at, but you got to make all these extra goddamn in and outs about nothing
What is
to
they
try to
looking at?
prove your point.
What is they looking at? We all see the same thing. That don't mean everybody see it how you see it. Everybody not impressed by that
They,
shit.
they're looking at a map that's telling you what you said. You said south was north or north was south, upper Egypt, lower Egypt.
I'm telling
So
you
with
up
that
is
map that way, that would be the
I'm telling
correct
you
way,
what
right?
we think north is up, but it's down because that's
Exactly. So
lower
that map
Egypt.
projects
That's
it.
lower
By
Egypt.
what
That
you're
don't mean
saying, by
that don't mean I
definition of
have to
what you're saying
call
and what
north
you're
south. I
verbalizing,
don't have to
bro,
call north south.
this
I just have to
is
change
not
my
what you're
perception.
saying.
I just have to change my perception of looking at it as it's up. Like we say
But
up
this
north.
is a
No,
visual
that's
of what
down
you're
north. I'm
saying
up
out
south.
loud, my
I'm
nigga.
I'm
I
up
don't
south.
understand what you're talking
I'm
about.
up south. I'm still south. Don't give
Right.
me the
We
north.
understand
I
that.
don't want it.
Is that
I'm
still not
still
what this
west.
map shows? Is
Don't
everybody
give me
not
the
looking at
east.
the same thing as me right now? Am I the only person looking at the same map? I don't get what's going on here.
You
By
know,
description and what he's verbalizing, this is the layout of what he's verbalizing, but he's
exactly.
still arguing
No,
for the sake of
no, not.
arguing.
No, it's not. I guess you're not listening.
You just said north was south. Look at the map. The map's upside
No,
down.
that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
So what
Okay.
is your
So what
visual
is
of
you
what you
saying
think is
then?
going on in your head? I need to see
I
what
said,
you see.
I said south is not down. It's up. It's up. That
That's
don't
the
make it
map is
north.
showing.
So
I'm still
South,
south.
because South America is up
Our
right now.
perception of south is down, like we're going to hell.
Yes,
We
that's what
think
he's saying.
north like we're going to the sky. We think we're going to the
Okay,
sky
so
when we
what
say
the fuck
north.
is this
It's not
literally
like that,
showing y'all? If somebody in the
bro.
comments can show me or tell me what's going on here, I'm lost, y'all.
No,
If by what he just said, South
bro.
is north, then the
What,
South America is up north right here in this imagery. So that would be correct by what you're verbalizing, my nigga, by
bro?
definition. North
I
is
don't care if you
south,
turn it
south.
sideways. You can turn it sideways. I'm still up south, and that's still going to be down north. But that don't
What?
mean you have to point the map down. You don't have to. Ooh, it has to be this angle because that's not how it is in actuality, brother.
I,
It's not literally like that.
can somebody else please explain to me what the fuck he's saying right now? Because I'm
Put a
lost.
flat Earth map up there, and you'll know what the hell a map should sort of look like. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be
Flat Earth
lined
map
up like
ain't no north, south, east, and west on the flat Earth map anyway.
yeah,
Okay, so that's what he's saying. They don't
yeah.
show direction on the flat Earth map.
You couldn't
It
say
ain't gonna
that
be a
though.
layout. It's not
10
gonna be a
minutes
flat
ago, bro.
layout. All of
Show
those are gonna
direction.
circle each other. They're all gonna
Yeah.
circle each other.
Mm-hmm. What he's saying is show a different map, and you can the flat Earth map, the Mercator, not the Mercator map, but the Gleason map, the ones the pilots use, the Perry Gleason map. That's the best, one of the best ones to use.
Mm-hmm. Peace, Yusuf.
Peace, Noble. Peace, Yusuf.
Right. So before before I had the phone call, um, explaining the empires. So You had the Almoroccan Empire, which is encoded in the Marine Corps hymn, because it says from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. Tripoli is in North Africa. So now when you trace the word Africa, you'll find out it comes from the Egyptians with was it Kafrika or something like that? It's in 101 Amazing Facts About the Negro. But America, North and South America, was also called Northwest and Southwest Africa, as well as a Mexum. So now you see how that comes into play. So if all of America was known as Africa, and the top part of what is now the continent of Africa was called
Wait,
Africa.
where can I find that America was once called Africa?
Somebody put it up earlier. I think Five Titles had the map up earlier that showed a Mexum is a
Yeah,
Mexum in
George
Northwest and
Washington
Southwest.
and
That
George
that that was
Washington's letter to
probably
the
when my
Sultan.
phone had died. That's probably
And
why.
George Washington's letter to the Sultan, he addressed it to North Africa, but that's
Mhm.
modern day. Basically the letter went to what we call modern day New York City, but he
Right,
addressed it as North Africa.
Right. And let
Why
me
they
say this.
call it the Empire State.
That's why I was telling
Exactly.
C if C3 that's why etymology is important. That's why doing the history is important to understand what's going on because most of these individuals up here, the Moors,
Yeah, I
especially
be
that know
doing
who
the
they are,
etymology.
huh?
I be doing the
Oh, I
etymology of
know you do.
words.
I know you do. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's important because the same way they use connotative linguistics, they did the same thing to the land. They were changing the names of the land and places and whatever else that they so they confused the people. That's why they talk about north is south, south is north, and vice versa, and all these different things. And what the noble was saying earlier, I get it because on the flat Earth map. Two, it's just a flat plane, and they said the only thing that really will more or less exist is the North Pole. That's why they talk about the pole shifting, moving up, moving about. How it's everything's being shifted around because we're on a flat plane.
Yeah, I know we're on a flat plane too.
We know you know C3. We know you know. She's like, I know that. I know that.
I know.
Don't tell me. I know that.
right. Because it's like when you get
So
into it.
where did the empire start?
So it started in the Yucatan with the Olmec. Because you got to remember, you got all
So,
these old empires. You got the Olmec Empire, the Aztec Empire, the Mayan
uh-huh.
Empire. So all of them came out of each other. They're the same people, just a new tribal nation.
Right. Those are brothers and sisters in South America
Right.
and in the Yucatan and in the Caribbean.
Yep. So, you know what I'm saying? So through the European colonization and then bringing in everybody, we look at each other different, unless we put ourselves under an umbrella term of black. So you get a dark skinned person from Cuba, and then they come, you try to tell them they black, and they're gonna tell you, "No, I ain't black. I'm Cuban," because they're gonna identify with
Hmm.
their nationality versus a race classification.
Nobody do that but us.
Exactly.
And that's the reason, and that's the reason we getting these abuses as probably C3. I'm sure you know that too, right? That's why we getting abused like we are because we're classified under this nomenclature. They utilize nomenclature to classify us a certain bracket, and that's why they call us certain groups and they call us black groups and this and that because they created shit. They was like, oh, we're gonna create this class of people for you, and then that way we can disrespect you and treat you however. And it's kind of like if you
Hmm.
don't know who you are, they don't nobody has a right to which they need to respect with you because you don't even know who you are. That's why these misnomers are so serious, and a lot of these people are paid off. And you know how they talk about the Moors are sellouts? You're right. The same people classifying themselves to be called black or whatever else and different stuff. Yeah, these are sellouts. Even some of the ones that know that they Moors, they selling us out too. Some of them still right now to this day. You got a lot more hybrid Europeans helping us and assisting us in this movement right now because they would love to see us up because they know the way that they peoples is doing shit right now is all fucked up. That's what we watching right now, the collapse of this whole shit and the reset. Everything's gonna be reset to be in our favor. Everything's being put back in our favor, and they know it.
So yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So that's why like I don't know if you ever came across the saying that the sun never sets on the empire. Why? Because it was a global empire that was erased from history. They had to erase that portion of history because now imagine this. Every nation in the world that's been colonized formerly were known as Moors. Now you take that into consideration with America being the trendsetter. So now if we're identifying our ancient history, and some of these people in other countries already know the ancient history, now guess what? It's a restoration of the empire, which is why we say
So
the sun never sets on the empire.
so the Olmecs and all them, when they left out of the Yucatan, they went to areas where there was nobody there, and they just inhabited them areas, or did they meet people that was already there?
Look, that's not old. Why do you act like that's not 10 million years ago? That's not even 10,000 years ago. Like,
It's about
why
the
are you
Olmecs.
eliminating the
10
rest
million
of it?
years ago,
Ain't
people
no
was calling
population.
themselves Moors.
No, I'm saying she talking about the Olmecs going somewhere where was no population. Right? The world
No,
Right,
was
I'm
overpopulated probably by then. I mean, I don't get what you're saying.
right, because you got to remember
okay.
the
So
original people of
no,
the
because I'm trying.
planet, so all corners.
It's us, yeah.
But with the origin of the word Moor, it comes from Mu,
Hmm.
so that's where it started.
So these people went around calling other people who look like them Moors.
And if you really want to be honest, Mu is new.
No, Mu is
Nah,
Mu
ancient.
is new.
hell no.
Yeah, we talking about
How's
we
it
talking about
new?
we talking about ancient. Ancient really is primordial. And primordial, we talking about trillions of years ago. But we can't be
Mm-mm.
mentioning no
We ain't got
Atlantis
to go
and the
that far.
Lemuria.
We ain't got
That
to go
shit
that
is
far for
within the last
primordial.
10,000 years.
We ain't got to go no trillions. Ain't trillions ain't got nothing to do with nobody. And so ain't nobody primordial in that case. We are the primordials, bro. Like we've been around at least millions on this motherfucker.
Yep. What's that book?
Also,
America, the Timeless
also,
World. It'll tell you like we've been on the planet for like millions of years.
even that flag. That flag is like what was it again? Morris Masters. Like I don't know if it was a hundred, like over 100,000 years old. The flag.
No, they say the
No,
flag is like 10,000 years old, but
No, it's
there's
more
no
than that.
flag
It's
that's
more than that,
10,000 years
Noble.
old.
It's more than that. It's
No,
way more than that.
there's no flag that's that old.
Watch when I get the receipts, we'll chop it
No,
up.
no, I've
But
seen it. I've seen the receipts, but no, there's no flag that's that old.
look, watch this. That banner or that band on their head is that same flag. Like even during slavery, if you look up what they call the slave time flag, it was that same all red flag. You'll see the women even wrap it around them and wear it as a cape. You know what I mean?
that's
Like you'll see it all the time.
and then later that's when they added the green 5-pointed pentagram or
Star.
star to it
Mhm.
later. That was
Yeah,
added
you
later.
accepted
Yeah,
that.
that was the noble did that. You know, he brought it back. He brought it back. And that 5-pointed star, what does that represent? It represents Venus. What does Venus represent? It means love. You know, they always say women are from what?
The 6 point
Venus.
star represents the male. The 5 point star represents the woman. Notice
That's
how at
why
the
we
bottom of the
Venus.
5 point star is like the top of a pyramid. Then the bottom of a 6 point star is the bottom of a pyramid upside down.
It's the point. It's that point
Yep,
downward. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
alpha.
Facts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pointing down. So you know it's something between the legs, is what we're saying when you see that 6-pointed star.
That same principle is over here in
Say,
Mesoamerica. That it's on the Mensal calendar.
That third leg.
What he said about the star, that same calendar. It's in Mesoamerica with the Olmecs.
Look, check this out.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
had look, Noble. I had the flag on one of my whips, right? And it was an older dude from Mexico. He pulled up on me. I had just came out of Dollar Tree, right? I come out of Dollar Tree, and I was over there chopping it up on the phone with moms, right? I'm chopping it up. Dude pulled up on me in the truck, older Mexican dude, right? And I'm make the assumption that was his wife sitting shotgun. He got out the truck on me and started chopping it up. I tell moms, let me chop it up with this cat real quick, and I'm gonna holler at you. All right, whatever, right? He said, hey, the flag was on the whip, and it was the wind was kind of blowing some flag. And he said, where did you get that flag at? He said, where's that flag to? I said, what's your nationality? Like, what are you? What do you claim to be? He said, I'm Mexican. He said, I'm asking that because I seen that flag way deep down in Mexico. I said, exactly. I said, because that's the true American flag. He said, I know that. And he had like a, a lot of them have the deep, accents from Mexico. So he kind of had that thick accent, you know what I'm saying? And he was chopping it up with me and I was dropping some
That
jewels on him and he was
that
giving a
me
lot of
friend,
props. Huh?
my friend. That
Yeah,
me friend.
amigo,
Yeah.
mi amigo.
Hey,
You
my
saw
friend.
that, see or no? That's real. So he sit there was chopping it up and was like he recognized and he gave it recognition. Like, hey, you got that flag, like and he recognized it though. So what you saying? I'm already knowing, and that's just testimony. You feel me? Because the Moors know what it is, and our job as nobles, and we already know it's not just for self. It's for us all. You feel me? We supposed to bring this knowledge to the hedges and the highways. That's why when a lot of other individuals when they talk about the Moors, they say, well, look, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. The Moors be bringing receipts, and a lot of people getting their feelings when we bring receipts because we don't just be doing this shit. It just, you got a lot of people, they'll go back and forth. And I'm like, man, that's what I seen a TikTok and they were talking about how dudes will try to argue back and forth with a woman. All the man got to do, you say what you got to say and leave it at that. That's why all that arguing back and forth, I'm not gonna keep on doing it. I'm gonna give you the facts, and if you want to do something outside of that, that's something different. I say all that to say that Moors bring the receipts, and then after the facts with that, then it's like you take whatever you want to take from it after the facts. Well, we always bring receipts. That's part of what we supposed to do. That's not a oh, I assume that's what it is. And we've been walking and standing on that shit. And gonna continue to stand on it. And when everybody find out, like I said already, that whatever we was talking about, that what's a misnomer, don't double back and say, oh, we Moors. No. I think Morris Master, you teacher, you was in the
And
live
they're
with me
gonna
that
do
one
it. They're
time.
gonna do it. And I ain't gonna be mad at them.
A
I ain't gonna be mad at them.
bullshit. A
They're
Yeah,
gonna
look,
do
look,
bullshit.
it.
look.
Look,
When the
this
female,
this is
look,
how
look,
you
when
know.
look,
This
the
hold on.
female, look,
Watch
look, the
this.
I'm
female,
weak.
look.
Watch
Let me
this.
say
This
this.
is
I'm
how
gonna give
you
you
Oh, he
know.
running
more.
for
I'm gonna give you
president.
Look,
He
this is how
more.
running
you
for
know
president.
Moore
I'm gonna
was a
give
He
you
run,
more.
misnomer.
I'm gonna
Because
give
he
hold
you
running
on,
some
for
hold
more.
on,
president.
hold on, hold on. Watch this, y'all. This is
I'm
how
gonna give
you
you
He
know
some
running
Moore
for
more.
was a
president.
misnomer. Hold on, let me explain. We didn't go by.
Blow him
Oh,
up. Blow
hold
him up.
on.
Noble, blow him
Yeah,
up.
we didn't go by one term. We went by our last name. So I will be a
Mm-mm,
Smith.
mm-mm.
Bullshit.
That's
Your last
crazy
name
as
trump
hell,
all that shit. Your
That's
last
bro.
name
You don't
family.
trump
even know
all
what a
that
That's
Smith
shit.
family.
is.
That's not
Bruh,
Hey,
nationality.
hey,
how I
bro.
don't know what a
That's
Smith
family.
Do
is?
you know what a Smith
A
is?
Moor is not a nationality neither.
Okay, so if this
A
place
I
was
Smith
called
is a
hold on,
Moor.
Morocco,
hold on,
hold on.
hold
A
on.
Smith is
Watch,
a Moor.
hold on.
A
Watch.
Smith is
I
a
could,
Canaanite.
bruh. Do
A
you
Smith
hold
is a
on, Morris?
Canaanite,
How
brother.
many times we done had this conversation?
Now you
A
don't know. You don't
thousand
know what you're talking about.
times.
You
We done
don't know
had the
nothing about
same
the Smith.
conversation,
I can tell
bruh.
you what a Smith is.
I
It's
can
a
tell you what a
Canaanite.
Smith is,
Look
but
up the
literally
word
it went on your
Canaanite.
last name. It didn't go on you. No
Look up
damn. I'm a
Canaanite.
Moor. That was like calling
We ain't
yourself a
have no
nigga.
damn
Where
last
they why
name, brother.
where they
We ain't
why
have no
people got the
damn
last
last
name
name.
more?
How you didn't
That's
have a
recent.
last name? So you a white
That's
man? Because
recent.
that's the only
That's
people that
recent
didn't have
history.
last names.
No, that's recent history.
Bruh, ain't no recent
We
history.
had
We
Wait a
always
titles.
had
minute.
last names.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
we had titles.
So who
Bro,
started the last names if we never had last names?
It wasn't a
they
white man.
stapled
So who the
they
fuck like
stapled them
just
motherfuckers
like
on you.
hold
They
on.
stapled
Just
it on
like
you.
Morris told me that we didn't have that coin in our pocket. And it literally was us on the coin. How the fuck
No,
like
it
bruh,
wasn't.
just stop
That wasn't
disagreeing
either.
with me
That
just
wasn't
to
either.
disagree.
No, that's what you're doing right
So
now. I know what you're doing. You're running for president, and I'm gonna let you go ahead. Hey, matter of fact, do a commercial and then mute up. Do a commercial. Go ahead.
and then if that's
I'm gonna let you
true,
go and get off. I'm
explain
gonna let
why
you get
people
off.
got the
Do a
last name
commercial
more.
right quick. God damn it. Show them one of them hoodies I like. But now we do it at the same time. That's for real though. You can. I ain't hating.
Nah, I know. Look, we always had these bills and this shit is literally healthy. Even though it seemed unhealthy sometimes, it's healthy conversation because
Mhm.
people are literally seeing us being strong melanated people and able to tell our own narrative and we ain't going on what a white T-man said. We right here right now hashing this shit out. We gonna figure it out, us as a people. And I always connected to the Moors more than any other group, as far as like me being an American Indian. If anybody outside the American Indians that I'm gonna fuck with, it's gonna be the Moors, because y'all like our cousins.
Look, I'm gonna say this right, Swarthy. We was on Morse Master. Can you blow me up too with this map? Look, so we was on a panel, and I don't know if Morris Master remember, but we was on a panel, if I'm not mistaken, and she was like, man, Indian is this and that. We Indians, like, how are we Moors? And we was going through it, and we was showing so many facts. She was like, damn, y'all, I think I'm a Moor. And I think I would like to say it was Morris Master was like, shit, welcome home. Shit.
You feel
But
me?
So
Welcome
did
home.
anyways,
y'all
though,
find this in your own bloodline?
but
Someone that's
you
connected to being the Moor?
you what do they tell you you are? C3? What do
I'm
you
black.
all right.
That's what
So if
they tell me.
they told you you black, hold on. They told you you black. Hold on. You deal with etymology. Hold on.
I
Hold
know
on.
what black means.
What does it mean?
It
Tell me.
means pale, to bleach, to burn, to become white, all that.
Right. Right. So we can't be that. Look, check this out, right? This is etymology
That's what
site.
they tell me. I know I'm not.
Right. Facts. This is what they tell us, and this was the misnomer and the misconception. This is an etymology site. I always be showing this right here, right? Because our people don't get it. They call us black, right? It's an adjective. So if you go to etymonline.com, you type Negro in the space bar, which is Spanish for black, right? In English, right? So, and it's an adjective, black, right? It says meaning African American vernacular. The English language is spoken by U.S. blacks. It's from 1704. Mind you, C3, they took our nationality in 1774. Okay, right? It says vernacular. The English language is spoken by U.S. blacks from 1704. Isn't that befitting? It's in the 1700s. It's from French degree. It's 16th century borrowing from Spanish. Negro. Older English words were more. So you tell me who you are. They took our
Boom.
nationality in 1774, C3. So just know that. And they're
So
calling you an
wouldn't that
adjective.
also prove that Moor means black?
No, it does
No,
not,
No.
because that
no.
is an adjective and this is
Predate.
showing a pedigree.
Predate.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
that's where it comes
On my
from, though,
census
right?
records
No,
alone,
no, no, no,
No.
no, no. What?
hold
No,
on.
no.
No.
On my census records alone, it got my people labeled as Indians after 1774.
Check this out, right?
That's what's up.
Just because
So I'll
look,
sway.
I'm not knocking if it said that. It's a lot of our people's had that on their stuff, but that don't make it
So,
true though.
That's
but then
that's
hold
on
That's
on,
like
hold
that's
census
on.
like
records.
Yeah,
How it
no.
don't make it true?
no,
See,
You
that's
know how
what I
many
mean. Y'all
people?
move the
listen.
goalposts when it's comfortable.
Listen to me, Swarthy. Just hear me out, right? That's just like no different than our people. How many times have they changed our name as a people? Just because they keep changing it, does that make it right? That's the only question I got. Just
Is it
if
that?
they just
Why
because
is
they
it that
said
before
that
that date they couldn't be both? Why
exactly.
you
So
never
Hold
what
on.
see?
are we?
On my genealogy, I don't have not one Moor on my genealogy. It's not
Right?
one.
And you
Not
know
a one.
what?
Not a one. And my
And you
shit
know
go back
what?
to the 1600s, to the early
Right.
Right.
And
But
you know what?
in
1700s.
Check this out.
16,
But hold on, in 1621 they reclassified, or the word Indian was substituted for Moor.
I was just showing this shit too
So it
earlier.
was Moor, and then it became Indian later.
Hold on. Let me get it up.
And same thing with all that Negro, everything.
Exactly. That's the
It's all
receipts
a
we talking
byword
about.
though. Indian, Moor, colored, mulatto, all that shit is a byword.
No,
Y'all
everything
always
else
try to
Look,
was a
pull us down.
byword.
Whenever somebody drowning, they always pull you down. Like, you know,
Ain't nobody drowning.
because
I'm
Where's
over here
this
on the
from?
yacht, baby. Ain't nobody drowning. I'm over here on the yacht.
I like that.
that canoe ain't that damn big, goddamn it.
look. Check it out. I got you right here, Swarthy. Look, check it out. In 1613, its description was faithfully reproduced. In 1621, the word Indian was substituted for Moorish. With this single alteration, the original text was again transcribed and it has over there the year 1730. So they were burying the
Wait, so
history,
why would
huh?
they call them Moorish at first?
Listen,
Why wouldn't they just call them Moors?
listen, of Moorish descent or Moorish heritage is what they're putting out there. That's why they said that King Montezuma was designated as a Moorish king, as stated right here. You see? So if
Right.
you see what I'm saying? And but
So
see, that's why, and mind you, these people they took over stuff and started changing stuff. Like we were talking about the maps earlier and the names of the land, it's to confuse the people. And that's when they even talk about the black Christian codes
So
and
what's the etymology of ish?
Of
Because
what?
doesn't
It's
ish means to be like
It means
something?
Nah, it's
man. It means
pertaining to.
man.
no.
Pertaining
Now,
is
I
now if you
don't.
pertaining
stuck on
to.
I just
English,
said that.
now if you
I
stuck on
just
And
said
English,
what
you're
that.
gonna
ish
say it's
means?
a suffix. Ish means man. Isha means woman.
Morris. Right.
Bullshit.
Another
Yeah.
definition.
What
So
is it?
hold
See,
on.
and then watch
Business
this.
means
Watch
man.
this. And then they always play with that. Hey,
So
watch
Ish
this.
means
hold on.
pertaining
Watch
to.
this.
Hold
Look,
on, I'm
real
about to
quick.
look it
Because
up.
y'all
I'll let
always say this and
David.
nobody act
Hey,
like they pay
go ahead and
attention.
put that up there.
You
Cause
got
I don't
watch
like
this, you got the
arguing with
word
you.
Maurice.
I
You got
want to see
Maurice. You
what
got
the etymology
Morris.
of ish means.
Maurice.
Because when you go
So
to the
we trying to
word,
say Morris. So what does Morris mean?
wh-
The word Moorish come from Morris.
so when you go to ish, another definition of ish is pertaining to, like Jewish, Spanish.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts. Mm-hmm. That's right.
So it's pertaining to what type of king he was. So he would be a Moorish king.
Exactly. Exactly. So he wasn't designated
Hey,
as an Indian king. He was designated as a Moorish king. That's how he was designated. I'm designated that way. And
hey,
then after I was designated, they changed my shit. Why would they change my shit who I am and call me Indian after that? When you basically when you call me something that I'm not, that's when they say, don't call me out of my motherfucking name. Don't call me out of my
Now watch
name.
this.
That's
Watch this.
calling him out of his name.
hey,
Because this is
That's
the way I explained it.
disrespectful.
This is the way I explained it the other day. All right.
I
So
just
now
googled it. I
so
just
now if
googled
I
it. Hold
come
on. I'm gonna put my camera on. Hold on.
Google what? Man,
Ish.
man, bro,
We just Google ish. Hold
Alexa
on, bro.
don't know shit.
Hold on. Hold on.
Alexa ain't our master
Hold
teacher.
on, bro. Nah, we ain't gonna move the goalpost now. We ain't
Well,
gonna
y'all
move the
can't be the
goalpost
only
now.
ones
Hold
that
on.
know
Let me
shit.
flip the
Bro,
camera.
what do Irish mean? Hey, like Supernova say, what hey bro, what do Irish mean?
Anything, listen, I hear ish and all I hear is kind of, but not really. That's what I hear.
Get
That's what ish
lost.
is.
It's like
Ish
get
is
lost, huh?
kind of, but not really.
Yeah, bro, you gotta think deeper than that. What does Morris mean?
Well, I mean, no, talking about,
Morris.
no,
That's where
wait.
Morris come
Well,
from.
so why would I need to, why we put up Indian? I didn't say Indian, I said
That's the
ish.
same word.
It's not
Morris.
ish, it's not Indian. But anyway, okay, so when we say the Jewish, we know that they're not the originals. When we say Spanish, that's not the original Spanish speakers. We know that none of the association of ish, even if you would have just say currently, it means it's not
No.
really the actual thing.
that's one
And
definition.
that's
Another
your
definition
English.
is
That's your
So
pertaining
English.
are we
to,
gonna just pick and choose which definitions we can use based on
because you
shit? I'm
have to
talking
put
about
the words into
origin
No,
context.
of.
we're
So when
going
you're
I'm
reading
talking
it, you
about
have
we're
to
gonna use it the way
understand.
origin
So
we
if it's
use
and
it.
saying more-ish, it's
originality.
pertaining to.
We're not gonna use it how you
So it
saying it.
say
Okay, you that means you just
it
get to
say
pick
what is
and
the root
choose
meaning of
which
ish?
one you want to
It said the
use.
origin of ish goes back to Old English, meaning it meant from the country of. It also refers to other kinds of origins like Uish, meaning the descendants of Jacob's fourth son Judah in the Hebrew Bible. Blah blah blah. That shit means vague, and
Trying to diss Moors, bro. So you don't need to try to
I'm
diss
not dissing
Indians, bro.
Moors. I
Not
fuck
you,
with the
not you,
Moor.
Swarthy. I'm talking about my
No.
man. He got to put the shit about Indiana. I'm not dissing y'all. I'm asking for clarification. And I think that for some
Nah,
reason that's always so
you just
wrong to do to y'all. Like
No,
to
no, you
ask
good.
you
anybody for
dissing
any kind of
Moors
clarification. I'm
and
not dissing
like
anything. I'm asking questions. Listen, my
you dissing the
grandfather
ones
was
on the
raised
panel
with the
more than
same
anybody.
information and had way more than what y'all putting out. So that's why I'm asking certain questions because he didn't say some of what the fuck y'all saying. And this man is 1912, put into it, know all the shit, but he didn't ever call himself that. It was Chata and a Mardi Gras Indian. That's what he said he
No,
was.
Indian came later. Indian is a term for
1912.
It doesn't matter
what
what you're telling me right now. I'm telling you what this man
1912.
who raised my mother told me. So what y'all are telling me can be
right, and I
whatever
get
it
you, but we're
is,
coming out the
but I
books.
will
We're not
never.
telling you. It's coming
That's
from the
fine.
author.
Bro, you
He
probably
came
younger
from.
than us, bro.
Listen, how? I
That
don't
could be
care about
cap.
how
That
what
could
your
be
age
big
is.
cap.
I guarantee that this man older than y'all.
Bro,
So I
you
got
said
knowledge from somebody older than
1912,
y'all.
bro.
He was born
Wait,
in
where is this from?
1912.
Bro,
East Africa. Wait,
How
is
this
old?
man said 1912.
I said he was born in 1912.
C3, you gotta know the
And who
knowledge.
did you
See, that
ever
don't make
talk to
sense
from
to you.
1912, bro? Like,
What does that have to do
like
with
how
anything? I
long ago
talked
did
to
you
my
talk to him? 40
motherfucking
years ago?
grandfather, bro. What you mean? Who I just said was
When?
raised
40 years
with the
ago?
same knowledge. The same. This
How
told me the
long
same
ago?
shit.
How long ago?
I'm telling you that he
How
would
long ago?
fucking talk about the same thing that y'all talking about, but he also would tell us
How,
about what the fuck we be talking about, and that
Right.
they were one
when
fucking
when was
thing,
this, brother?
but two separate
What
people at
decade
the
was
same
this?
time. Which what does it
What
matter?
decade was that?
So his knowledge
Because that don't
changed
make
when I was a
sense.
kid. His knowledge
How old was
changed
it?
from when I was a kid.
111?
Knowledge changed from when I was
130?
a kid. The facts changed from when I was a kid.
No, it didn't
He was,
change. The
how old
Indians
was he?
are
So
the Moors, so
but
it don't
by
matter
his
whether you're
logic, 10,
Choctaw,
20 years from
Cherokee, or
now,
whatever.
in 10 years, the knowledge that he talking about gonna be different.
We just went over this with the word Indian being substituted for Moor in 1621. So it don't matter if you call yourself Choctaw, Cherokee, whatever
Wait a
have you.
minute. So if they was gonna
It
substitute it
was
for the
changed.
word more,
So
why wouldn't
so
they
that's
call us Indians from the beginning?
okay. So forget
That's
the
the
Indian part.
hijack. That's the
Okay,
hijack.
look. Forget the Indian part. What you just said, that was just calling you out by whatever tribal association you had, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so your tribe is still equal to your family. So hold on, why are you shaking your head no?
I'm shaking my head no about the fact that when you said that, they were talking about across the Bravo in Mexico, and they said that the Moors were over there with their Indian associates, meaning people that's not from here. And that's why I was showing that stuff about India earlier on the etymology
I
site.
just
And
said forget Indian, man. I just said I was talking about the
Hold on.
tribes.
India
no.
wasn't called India at that time, so you can't say
Yeah,
that.
it wasn't called that. It wasn't
He
even called
said it was
Hindustan.
in Africa. I'm still trying to figure out how it was
India
in
was
Africa.
that's a new term. That's happened in the
It's
1940s.
it wasn't even called Hindustan because that's a new term too.
Bharat,
Exactly. It was Bharat. And it was
Bharat,
called something else before that.
and
Yeah,
I don't
we
doubt
know
that.
that.
I
Okay,
don't
so
doubt that.
I'm going back to the tribes. So your tribe association is pretty much the same claim as what you would want to call nationality and how it's being used at this point. That's pretty much the same. It's why is it not? Why is it
Oh,
not? How can
no,
there be
look,
a
oh,
Mississippian empire? How can there be an empire if there's no association to nationality, culture, or my background when I speak about my tribe?
okay, let me say this, bro. Okay. First of all, we got to understand that nationalities are derived from nations of people, right?
Right.
So, since we're a nation of people that are misnomered, these different labels and scattered about, you know what I'm saying? We have tribes. We're all Moors, different tribes. That's why even when Opium keep talking about, I'm a Cato Indian, I'm a Cato Indian. That's his tribal stuff. So basically, what that is, that's more or less like this, bro. Okay, so if we all kicking it, right? We all Moors though. We all Moors from America, right? But we say, hey, we finna set some up, we finna go function over here and do whatever. We know we all Moors, but they can be like, man, well, you're gonna cling your tribal members, you're gonna cling to them a little bit tighter than you would just the other Moors that are we all of the same pedigree, but we have different tribes. So that's when Opium be going so hard on, hey, I'm a Cato Indian. He talking about his tribal affiliation, Opium, he's a Moor though. We're just letting you know that you guys are Moors. We're just misnomered
No, he's not a
people.
Moor. He's gonna come
Okay,
up
I just
here and
showed you
tell
the
you he
facts.
not
It's
a
not a
Moor.
debate. I'm just showing y'all the facts.
Or is the
I didn't say it.
exonym, so that's a misnomer as well. That's what we saying. It's a misnomer. We not saying Indian is not a misnomer.
Pretty
We
much what
saying
we're
more
trying to
is
tell
too.
y'all is we do not believe. Listen. This is just to sum it up. I personally do not believe that we as a group called ourselves this at any point in time.
Opium want to speak for himself, Moorish.
I don't believe that this was
Hey,
some
but guess
mass
what?
call.
Well, guess what that mean?
I don't
Guess what
believe
that
that.
mean, Albo? Guess what that mean? You was in teepees or caves or something.
No,
You didn't even
no,
have a pueblo. You ain't had
no,
a building. You
Bullshit.
didn't
no,
build none of this.
Bullshit.
You
No,
ain't
that
built
was
none
no.
the
of this,
That's
bro.
bullshit.
Mongolians. Don't do us like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't do
Oh,
us.
you
that's what
That's
it
know it.
means.
bullshit. You
Man,
know,
come
You,
No,
on
it
now.
come on,
don't.
That
Morris.
mean you
listen,
did.
You
you
know
trying to
who
be
the
You
hold
disrespectful.
denying.
on. You
You
know who the
denying
mound
your.
builders is. You know who the people that
Your
built these
man on here
beautiful
talking,
Don't do
and he
us like
actually
brick
got
that.
real
buildings and shit.
dialogue back and
It
forth. But
wasn't
you
his people.
always with the
It wasn't
chopping
him. He's
and
not a
goddamn
Moor.
trying
You're
to
not
talk shit
Moorish.
and be
You
disrespectful
didn't
on the
build it,
back end. That shit's crazy, bro. And
bro. How I'm
everybody's
being
just sitting around
disrespectful when
having
we talking about
regular
architecture?
conversation.
We talking about architecture. Architecture has a fingerprint on it, brother.
That's
What
our shit.
So what are you saying?
You ain't
Nobody
you
who
ain't even
built
a
the
Moor.
building
How you?
wasn't nobody who
Hold
built the
on.
building.
So
Nobody who
every
was a
building,
mason.
hold on.
Nobody who
Every
was a
building that you
mason, because my
see Moors
grandfather was
built,
a
Was built
mason.
by Masons. Even
So,
Mason
all
means
right,
Moor.
my grandfather was a mason,
bruh,
Wait,
dumbass. That's what the hell I
Well,
keep
he's a
trying to tell you
Moor.
about him
He's
dropping
a
bruh.
this so much
Moor,
fucking knowledge,
and
but
So
you
y'all
hold
and you
on.
don't
continue
honor your
Hold
disrespecting.
on.
ancestors.
So hold
You
on.
don't honor
So
your
hold
ancestors.
on. Then
Don't
everybody
say
on the
that
panel
bullshit,
is
because
then
my ancestor
we
told me.
all
No, no,
do
no,
is
no, no, no.
accept
Wait,
C3.
wait, Swerve, because you
They
keep
Everybody
more
done
talking.
did some
Moors.
construction
Swervy, wait,
work in
wait,
their
wait,
life.
wait, wait, wait,
Just
wait,
because
wait,
you
wait,
do
wait, wait.
construction don't make you a mason.
Wait. My grandfather's words were, know what I know,
Yeah,
but do what I do. As in, he was telling me not to label myself as any fucking thing, but to know the goddamn knowledge and live righteously accordingly
Facts.
to the fucking words. To
Facts.
not sign up for any fucking thing, because all things are misnomers. That's why the fuck I'm asking you the questions I'm asking you. With
Facts.
your
Talk that
smart
shit.
ass trying to tell me something that a man from 1912 been on the whole fucking time. So
bro,
stop being
bro, you
disrespectful.
Now,
Don't
capping though.
tell
now
me what
what you
I'm supposed to do with
said,
my
I don't
no,
know
family.
what
why
you
you
said
This
is
is
capping.
why we
Why
get
you
mad
capping,
with y'all. This is why we go with
bro?
y'all.
You
This is
capping
why
though.
we have
That's
war.
I
crazy,
be
bro.
Because
Why
trying
y'all
you
to
capping
listen,
like
because
this?
y'all be
understand.
stepping over fucking
I
lines
don't know why
and
you
badges
capping
don't
like this.
fucking understand.
okay. Hold up.
So
So,
in
so
This
my
man
words,
said he had a
you still a
conversation with
fucking
somebody
young
from
boy, because the people
1912,
I would
man.
have
He
been around
wait,
capping.
wait, wait, wait,
and
wait,
my fucking and my
He
young
capping.
ancestors would have been
No,
older than you.
no, he's
wait, wait,
saying
So
wait,
I'm
that's
not
when
trying to
his
hear that shit from
grandfather
you.
was born.
wait,
My
because what
grandmother
he's,
was
He not
born in
fucking listening. He just
1912, and I
chopping
knew
off and
her
talking,
too.
C3.
I said
uh,
That's
he
fucking
had a
stupid.
conversation. You ain't had no conversation with nobody born in 1912 either.
He
How the
said that
fuck you
was
gonna
his
tell somebody
grandfather.
what the fuck are
I know
you
you
talking
didn't.
about?
When?
I
When did
Yes,
have.
you?
I did. I
I
can
When?
pull
I
up
have.
a
been asking.
picture. I
I
You
can
wouldn't
have.
even
pull up a
answer.
My
picture
You
of
look.
wouldn't
me
even
and
answer
my
when.
Hold on.
grandmother.
My
My
grandma,
Nigga,
grandmother
I
was
my
said I
born
mom's
was
in
a
mom was
fucking
born in
1912.
kid. I've been said that.
1916, and her dad was born in 1883. I had
Stop telling
conversations with
people
both
how
of
the
them
fuck, oh boy,
in my
you's a dumb
lifetime.
motherfucker, bro.
Man, you be
You
and
tripping.
about what?
You tripping. My
ho-
fucking father and mother is 1940 and 1947. Why the fuck
That
you act
ain't
like can't
nothing.
nobody
That ain't
old
nothing.
be still a fucking around, or nobody old been had a conversation with you about nothing? What the fuck is wrong
Bro,
with you, bro?
so you
You
capping. You wouldn't even
weird.
say
You
when did
weird.
you have the
I said
conversation?
when I was a fucking kid. How many
Bro,
times do I need
no,
to
you didn't.
repeat myself?
So why
all right,
you
How many
man,
times do
you
I need to
He
capping like
repeat
you
did
got the
myself?
say it.
info
That
you
nigga
all right,
did
need
not
now.
die
Then
until I was 13
you
fucking
capping like
years
you got
old.
the knowledge back
I
then.
was
Stop it,
13
man.
all
fucking
right.
years
Because
old,
hold up,
nigga.
hold up,
So how
hold
the
up.
fuck you gonna tell me what the fuck I know and what the fuck I heard and who the fuck taught me what? I was 13. That's the well at the age of comprehension, nigga. I was 3 years old
You
asking my
capping,
fucking people
bro.
how the fuck the
You
world was made
capping.
in 7 goddamn days.
You
And
No,
nigga,
no,
so
capping.
I'm already comprehending shit as a fucking
no.
infant.
Bro,
Well,
Stop the
that weak
bullshit.
ass Joker
Because
card,
you was
y'all be
too ignorant
hey,
to learn
hold on,
anything
hold on, hold on,
see,
hold on.
until
y'all don't
you
play
was in your
ace high.
fucking 30s or
See,
40s or
y'all don't play
50s,
ace
nigga.
high. Y'all be using
Don't do that
jokers and
shit,
shit.
bro.
I don't use
This is why,
jokers.
listen,
I
he
don't
the
play
reason
no
why y'all
motherfucking
have so
wild
much
card.
smoke from
Ain't no
everybody
deuces
else.
wild over
He
here,
the
bro.
type of
Ain't no
person that's the
deuces
reason
wild.
why Moors get smoked.
Ain't
Wait,
Y'all
no
real
hold up,
deuces wild
disrespectful.
over here.
Boy, you know you
hold up,
respectful.
hold
Micro,
up.
you
Because
say
all right,
what you know.
but
Swelly, you dropping
He
your
making up
gems.
shit as he go.
Al, you dropping your shit, and you got this nigga who's the host acting like a fucking asshole and being disrespectful. That shit's wild.
Tough shit.
because the brother's conversation with his grandfather is correct. When you're searching for knowledge of self, you separate from everything. You got to wipe the slate clean. So now, given the perspective that everything is a misnomer, is disconnecting you from everything. Because who are you to begin with? You are a human being, man or woman. That's the first thing you are. Everything else after that is assigned. Your nationality, based on your mother's lineage, things of that nature. So I get where he's coming from with that perspective. But we do live in a world where we do utilize nationality, ethnicity, all these other things. So with taking that into understanding, you gotta acknowledge nationality.
Wait,
And
so
that
do
was
you
the
wait, wait.
nationality
So do
of
you
your
acknowledge, like, when you say lineage, do you acknowledge like your genealogy? strategies like that too.
All of that comes into play within the journey of self. So
Gotcha.
like it wasn't until was it earlier this year? Earlier this year, having a conversation with my aunt.
Mm.
Yeah, we're Cherokee and Irish. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that my whole life until now. So you see what I'm saying? So it's like when you go down the path and you start asking questions, you start discovering things about yourself. Now you can dig in deeper.
Absolutely. Have you ever done your
So
tree?
But
So yeah,
wouldn't you
so
discover
so
that
like
you're a Moor with doing your family tree by discovering somebody have a documentation of being a Moor or something like that?
no. So with my journey, the history is what was an integral part to me, and coming across different things, just like the brother Five Titles was showing how um, Indian is a misnomer. Um, ancient history about the Moors, finding Moors all over the world. So you know what I'm saying? So that's where my journey took me. My journey took me worldwide. But
So,
from the person I
see,
was learning,
hearing that. Okay, so
Look,
I'm still
C3,
trying.
real quick, C3, and I was talking about this stuff earlier. It's like when you start doing these studies of self, like I was talking about it earlier, giving testimony when I said that movie prompt me to look at my genealogy and who I really am, right? Who my peoples are, so I can know who the fuck I am, right? And I had never heard that term more, and I was on the same shit as a lot of of our people that's calling themselves these misnomers, and it is in fact a misnomer. I never heard that term more. They never taught it to me in
Look up,
school, right?
look up,
So
look
so
up
look,
exonym.
check
Look
me
up
out, right?
exonym.
Check me out, right?
Man,
So
you
when I
learned
heard
that
that
10
term,
minutes ago. You learned it
when
10
I
minutes
heard
ago.
that, when I heard
Months
that
ago,
term,
nigga. It matters. I don't give a damn. That's the problem with niggas. Niggas always
Man,
try
how
to
you gonna
shame you
tell
for
me what
learning.
matters and I
That's what's
just
wrong
taught you
with
the
y'all
word
niggas.
10
You
minutes
trying to
ago?
shame a nigga for learning?
I
I
just
thought
taught
this
your
was
ass the word
what we
10 minutes
doing.
ago.
Is we on
I
here to
just
learn,
taught you the
or we
word
on here
10
to
minutes ago.
goddamn be
No,
Jesus? Because
no,
a
no.
lot of the more
I taught
niggas be
your
trying to
ass
be
10 minutes
Jesus.
ago and you
Niggas
acting
don't want to goddamn
like you don't
each
learn.
one teach one. These
Like you
niggas want
don't
you to
learn.
follow them.
Yeah, obviously
Fuck
that's the
all
only way
that
you're gonna
shit.
learn. What you gonna do? Regurgitate
Bullshit.
me? You gonna
I don't
you
give a
gonna
fuck who you
regurgitate
bring.
me like you
I'll
didn't
eat
hear me?
their ass up.
You gonna
Moors ain't got no
regurgitate me?
goddamn love in this country because y'all
You
not
gonna
from this shit.
regurgitate me like
Y'all
I
ain't
never
in none of the
said it?
titles. Y'all ain't in none of the treaties. Show me a
have,
treaty with y'all in besides peace and friendship, and it don't say y'all. I
have you
guarantee
read
you.
Damn,
I got a whole book
stop.
of treaties over here.
You get to it
have you read
I
before
the
got a whole
Deal of
Dia
book
God?
of
with one of
treaties.
my
I got a whole
questions.
whole book of treaties over here,
Have you
and y'all
read
niggas not in there.
hold on, have you
Bro, you
read
ain't read
Philadelphia House
shit.
Resolution
Man,
75?
Start with the cap.
we don't
Start
believe
with the
you.
cap.
We don't believe you.
I mean,
look,
Start
This
with the
nigga
cap,
is
bro.
hilarious.
You
look,
is not well
Start
that's
with the
read,
cap. We
bro.
had this
that's
conversation
You
what
before.
well
He is
out.
look,
not
You
even
I'm
well
still
together,
waiting on
Swarthy,
man.
niggas to show
you
me
well
more treaties.
TikTok.
Show me a
Listen,
more
Swarthy,
treaty. Why it
You
don't
been
mention
taught
y'all?
well on
he is
It
TikTok,
not
don't
man.
even
You
mention
ain't
in
got
y'all.
it,
agreement with
bro.
the
so
Y'all
fact
not
now
y'all
You
in
ain't
woke
there.
got
up,
it.
y'all trying to get this shit
let,
Wake
out.
up.
let, let,
Just leave
let
it
me
at
let me
that.
talk to Swarthy real quick. Hey, Swarthy, look, right? Check this out. This was a letter sent from George Washington to Muhammad ibn Abdullah, the Sultan of Morocco, right?
I've seen this shit 1,000 times, bro. Come on, man.
Okay. Okay, just hear me out,
Show me
right?
a treaty. I got a whole book over here with Indian treaties. They ain't got y'all in there not one time.
I know because remember it was transliterated in
But it
1621.
got
That's why
my
you don't
people
buy
in there.
Indian today.
I'm literally linked to one of these treaties in this book.
I don't doubt it. We all linked to all this shit. We just been under misnomers this whole time
It
and
don't got no
mistaken
more. More is
identity.
an exonym. More is just like Indian. More is
Look,
just like
bro.
nigga. More is
She
just like
wish.
Look,
Negro.
let me
More,
show
She
it's
you
an
wish.
this.
exonym. It don't mean what the fuck y'all
No, it
saying
ain't.
it
Look,
mean.
look,
Y'all
look.
No,
niggas
lie.
not being honest. Be
Well, I'm not a
truthful.
nigga. I'm a Moor, so
You
I don't
just
know. You
learned it.
can't
Man,
good
spell
judge for me.
excellent real quick. The
Look,
hell wrong with
if
you?
you
Your
claiming more, that's
Majesty,
claiming
The
nigga.
hell wrong
Because
with you?
that means the
Your
same fucking
Majesty
thing.
has been pleased and generously with our commerce and your dominions. If this is Morocco, and this the Moroccan, the Sultan of Morocco, and he's telling George Washington, thank you for blessing us with your dominions.
Hold on,
Where
hold
you
on,
think
hold
you
on.
at? This
Watch
Moorish
this. Watch
dominions.
this. Who
Stop
the fuck is the
playing.
Sultan of Morocco?
Man,
Watch
stop
this.
playing, man.
Watch who the Sultan of
no, no,
Morocco. Y'all niggas
no.
never named the nigga. Show me the nigga.
That's a
Watch it.
that's
Watch
a great
this.
that's a great
Like y'all really
question.
talking to
So
one of them people that do this. I don't know why y'all acting like
Do
y'all know
what?
who the fuck this is.
who
I
Do
do
who
what?
this
was the
shit.
Argue?
Sultan during that
Nah,
time?
I drop gems, nigga. Stop. You gonna put some
Man,
fucking
you
respect
ain't
on my
dropped one
name,
yet,
nigga.
man. Man, you
Everybody
hold
on
back.
TikTok done been
You
stealing
holding
from
back.
me.
I ain't know you
Get
were
the
gonna
fuck
drop
out of
one.
here
Drop
with
one.
that shit.
Drop one.
Nigga, I done dropped 1,000 of them since I've been talking. You just too busy talking to listen. You got
Man,
two ears and
man,
one
boy,
mouth for a fucking
I'm a
reason,
mute
nigga.
I'm gonna mute that bullshit up. That ain't no
Bruh,
damn gym. I ain't heard of gym
look,
yet.
hold on.
I ain't heard of gym
Morris,
yet.
I ain't say
I ain't heard
nothing
of
when you
gym
was on
yet.
my panel saying that my coin that I had
Yeah,
that
yeah.
said that America is as ancient Turkey, that it had North Carolina as ancient Turkey, you was talking about that coin ain't our coin. Who? And I'm like, Morris, who had that
And
coin then? If it wasn't us,
I disagreed.
but who had
When I
it?
was acting like a bitch, I wouldn't
Who
act
had
like
the
this. I
coin,
wouldn't act
nigga?
like you.
Who had the coin?
I just disagreed.
Who had the coin?
Bro, I
You
could
can't tell
disagree.
me who had the coin. You
Bro, I'm
can't
allowed to
disagree unless
disagree,
you
bro.
got a person to tell me who
And
had the coin.
when you
Was it
do it
Italians?
peacefully, brother. When you do it
Was it
peacefully.
French people? Who the fuck had the coin?
Do it
No,
peacefully.
but for real though, who was the Sultan?
I disagree with homeboys and all. I don't know why y'all
Vague ass.
tripping. But I
Them
but I,
niggas vague as
I,
hell.
I don't do
That
it all
whole
day
shit is
long.
vague. That's why
I ain't gonna
I would
fuck
never
with
get
bro.
down with
Ain't
that
no way
shit
I'm gonna
because ain't nobody
arguing with a
being
motherfucker all
honest.
day, bro.
Hey,
Ain't no
look,
nothing.
Yeah, you
Morris,
ain't.
look, I was
You
talking
ain't.
about this earlier. I was talking about this earlier, right? About the whole thing about arguing back and forth. It's like arguing with a woman. So we bringing our we acting like a woman if we gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue with nobody. I'm gonna show you the facts and that's it. That's why I said Morris bring the receipts. I don't just talk shit out the side of my neck. I bring receipts. And then any of the noble Moor that I know and I've encountered, they bring receipts and they know what they talking about. So when they start saying certain stuff, I already know what they talking about. And if I don't know, they put me up on something new. I sit back and I listen so I could take to it and I could utilize it and gain more degrees as we've been doing. That's why a lot of the people on TikTok, they say, I don't
That's
give a
what we
fuck
on here
what
to
you
do.
talking about.
We
The
supposed to
Moors bring
network,
the
fam.
receipts
That's what we
and then
supposed
they
to
bring
do.
the degrees and the knowledge. That's it.
Yes. That's what we
Right.
here
So
to
who
Right.
was
do.
the Sultan?
Who was the
I just
Sultan?
showed you.
I want to
See,
know the
first,
nigga name. What's his name?
I'm gonna show you again.
Show
Hold
me a
on.
Now, if you
picture
want
of
Can
to
the
you
know,
nigga or
can
something.
you
no,
can you
I
no,
point
don't
out
got
his
a
no,
picture. I
name?
don't got a picture of him though. I don't
man,
have a
bro. If you
picture of
want to
him.
know, you'll find out, bro. You said you seen that
I don't have
document.
a
We
picture of
done
him,
with that,
but
bro.
I'm
We
not
done with
claiming
that,
more, so I don't need to
bro.
find out. But
Bro,
if a nigga
bro. He
pushing it
said
on me,
exactly. You just
somebody
want
need to
something.
tell me
You just want another
who they pushing
arguing
it
point.
on.
You just want something else to argue about.
But
Nah,
hold
bro,
on,
that's you. That's
but hold
you.
on.
No, you
I
done
gotta
seen
back.
the document 100 times and you ain't did no more research than that. You should have document
I didn't, every
research
time y'all
So
bring it
is
out, I
everything.
eat that shit up. So every time bringing it
Then
out, obviously, every time y'all bring
no,
it out, I tear that shit up. I tear it into
you ain't did it
shreds.
yet.
How you
We
tear it
went.
up if
so
it's saying
We went.
he's talking to George Washington, who was in America, and thanking him for doing commerce in his dominion?
Bruh, who the fuck? I got the map of where Morocco is, and that shit little as hell. And I ain't talking about the Morocco in Africa. I'm talking about the one in America. I can
Oh
tell you
hell
exactly
no,
where it is. It's
it's
basically,
in
no.
Indiana,
hold on.
right?
I'm gonna tell you the city that it's in. The actual Morocco is
The
a modern
city is
day city
Morocco.
that niggas go to in Florida.
Ain't
Panama
no
City,
Florida.
Florida.
No, it ain't
Panama
no Florida.
City, Florida.
It's
Panama
more than
City,
that.
Florida is Morocco. And Bay got the
Okay,
map. She showed
Man,
me
in
the
man,
Paris,
map
man,
a long ass
Texas.
time
man,
ago. I
bro.
just never
In Paris,
posted it.
Texas is Paris. Okay.
Nah,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
Nah, I got the map that shows it. I just ain't got it
I've
right
seen
now.
that
I
map.
can
I've
get it
seen it.
though.
I've
Hey,
seen
the
it.
more you know.
And
Hey,
Morocco is in Florida.
they literally gonna
It's
believe
little as
y'all.
hell. It's the size of
Once
a
again,
city.
Title
Hey, the more you know,
22,
we're being
United States
sarcastic,
Codes,
but
Chapter
y'all
2.
Negroes will use that. He was being sarcastic, but y'all will use that like it was
Nah,
a
stop,
joke.
stop. Look, stop playing.
Y'all be capped out.
Hold on, we gonna not act like we ain't all sharing the same information, bro. We all
No,
pushing the
y'all
same
stealing. Y'all
information.
stealing. Y'all stealing and won't
No,
even keep it
we
real.
Nah,
stealing? Nah, hell nah,
you gotta
nigga, the
Bro,
hell
you
nah.
capping about
see,
X
because
on
Bro,
them, so I know
stop
you
it.
Stealing
capping
from
about everything
who?
else.
Stop with the cap.
You capping about X on them, bro. What the hell going
Nah,
on, bro?
you capping with the X and them. Talking about some ish. We ish people. I ain't ish nothing. Don't put
Ish
no
means
ish on my
man.
name.
Ish means
Don't put
man.
no ish on my name on my people. You got
no
Ish
me
means
fucked up.
man.
ish
See,
not
that's
even
Ish
like
that.
the
don't
letter
mean no
J.
fucking man. Stop
See,
lying to niggas.
yeah,
No, ish
yeah,
in the
but
Y'all
just like
worried
we
about
know
context
me
the letter
saying
J
nigga,
is
but
new.
y'all up here lying.
No,
ish
no,
in the
watch this. We
context
know the
being
letter J
used as
is new, but we
pertaining
don't know
Like,
the
to
I
make
English
it
know.
make
meaning that
I,
you
sense.
I
using.
know how
That's
much
like
Watch
you
a
this.
play,
rapist
B.
Watch this.
That's like a rapist complaining about a nigga who.
I'm gonna tell you what it's like. It's like that
Okay,
letter
so
I
what
J.
still want
Morris?
to know
Watch
who
this.
the
Morris.
Sultan's name
Watch
was.
this real quick. We know that letter J is new, right? But we don't know that ish. That definition that you using is new. Why you don't go back? You can't go back because you don't know
He talking
shit.
about
If
Hebrew.
you
He
go
talking about
back
So
Hebrew, ain't
look,
he?
and look, yeah, I'm going way back. He sleep with it.
what does aboriginal mean? What does abo mean?
First
Let's see how
That's
inhabitant.
much
folk
research I do.
etymology. It's
Huh?
folk etymology. It's not real etymology. It's folk etymology. Aboriginal. I crush that shit. I crush all that shit.
So what
What?
does it mean?
Well, it's folk etymology. It's a pre-Roman. It means a pre-Roman tribe. That means before the Romans, they, you know what I'm saying? This is a tribe of people. Pre-Roman African tribes are called aboriginals.
What does
Yeah.
what does the word mean, man? I didn't ask you.
Man,
That's not
now you're
what
not
the
listening. It's
word.
folk etymology. It don't even matter. How about that? That means it's
What
fake
you mean it don't
etymology. It's
matter?
not even
Why
real.
it don't matter?
It's
Why you
not
can't
real.
tell me?
I know ab means not.
No. This how you know
Yeah,
you don't go far enough back.
it means
What
not.
language is that in? What language is that?
Bro, original is not a old
What
word.
language did you just
It's not an
define?
old
What
word.
language did you just define it in? What language was
It's
that?
not an old word.
What origin was that?
Moor is
How is it
old,
not an
but
old
guess
word?
what?
Time out. It's not an old word. It's
Original
not an
is
old
not an
word.
old word. Ori
So
is the only thing that's real.
ab or abo is not old.
Nope.
So why is there Paleo Hebrew and Aramaic
What do what?
definitions
What?
of the
Why do
fucking
what?
word? Why is
Why
there
do what?
Paleo Hebrew and Aramaic definitions of the damn word if it's not old? This
Yeah,
is why
ab meaning
you
heart.
be talking.
Ab
You
meaning
talk a
heart.
lot. You
Yeah,
talk a
ab
lot.
means heart. Or it
No,
can mean
no, it does
father.
not. No,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah. Yes,
yes.
I'm going to Kemet and all, bro. You got to go to Kemet with it too.
So
Don't
yes,
just be
it
in
means
Hebrew.
father.
So
So
you ain't
what?
hear me say it means heart, and I say or father, and you like no, it just means father.
I didn't
No,
say
it means heart.
no. I didn't say no. I didn't say no at all.
Well, why
I
did you
said
talk when
yes.
I said ab
I said yes. I'm
means
allowed
what?
to talk,
I said
nigga.
it
Who the
means
fuck are
heart.
you?
I said it means heart, and then I said or father.
So don't give the misnomer of it fucking having anything to do with apart from, because that's not true. That's fucking
It do,
Latin. That's
it does.
Latin. That's
Because what the
Latin.
hell are
That's
you
not
trying to
true.
connect? You trying
That's
to
Hold on.
connect, bro, bro. You
if
just
no, you
connected.
see, this is
No, bro.
you're picking and
Bro, you
choosing
just
how you
connected a
break
new
down the
ass
word.
word.
You're not allowed
Bro,
to
you
do
trying to
that.
connect ancient
You're not
Hebrew with a
allowed to
goddamn new
just pick
word.
and choose when you want to use certain
Bro, you
definitions
trying
for a
to
word.
connect a new
You need to
word
use
with
the
an ancient
origin
word that
of the
don't work
fucking
like that.
word. If
More
you're not going to
is
use the
ancient. More
origin
is
of the
ancient,
word,
so
then
I can
stop
connect that
using the
with Ish.
motherfucking word.
I can
I've
connect
heard y'all
more
up
with
here say
Ish because they're both
Cherokee
ancient.
4 or 5 fucking
They both
times.
have an
That's a
ancient meaning.
goddamn misnomer. Stop fucking saying
The word
Cherokee.
original is
Stop
not a
saying shit and not knowing what the fuck you're
bro.
saying.
You should be aberrantio. Like maybe you should add the word oriental. That's older than original. I don't know what you're trying to do, but abo original is not going to work, brother. And not if you're trying to twist the meaning, like oh, it got a Hebrew meaning at the
First off, I
tip
don't
of
have
it.
Aboriginal in my
It
name.
got
It
a
just says
tip.
Abo.
It got a
So it
little
means
piece of
father, nigga.
Hebrew. No, it don't.
Father of nobility and royalty. Father means
It don't have a little snippet. It don't have a snippet, and then the back end don't have like come on. The root word is not even what you're trying to give it, but you don't even know what the root is. Give it to
the
me.
root of what?
So you lost. It's your conversation.
Nigga, you lose people in your conversation because you just be
Got
rambling on about shit.
I got I know I'm just saying that ab, the Hebrew meaning, cannot just connect with the word original.
I don't have
Unless you
Aboriginal on my shit. So what the fuck are you talking about? I
no,
asked
you
you a
asked
question
about that
about the
word.
word. I
You
did,
asked about the word.
but that
That's
don't.
why I'm talking about it.
It's not hooked in my name. So that don't. What you're saying right now don't matter. You're trying to add
I'm
in
you
some
asked
salt
about the
for
word.
no fucking reason.
So the word got beat up.
Yeah, but you're trying to add
We could
salt
have
for no
been
reason.
done with
You
that. I
already said
already
you
beat it
did.
up.
You
We
didn't
could have
beat
been
up
done with that.
anything, my nigga.
Just like Indian means ward of the state, brother. That's all it means.
What?
By law. Yeah, it means ward of the state. A ward.
Since
The Native
when?
Well, in
Americans
a
Like when you
were the
get
in
I
adopted.
thought that was
And
the Native Americans.
It
wait
is.
in the context,
there
hold
they
on,
are.
in the context of classification, when you claim to be an Indian under the United States government, they're recognizing you as a ward of the state,
Indian
meaning
title.
that they're taking
Put me on the
control of
big
your
screen.
nation.
Under the United States government. So let me ask you a question. Do y'all have no belief of nothing else being there but this government? Because everything you saying
Put me on the big
is
screen,
proof
Morris. Come on. Let me
you
get
gonna
that
be
big
up under
screen.
this
One time
government
for
for
the
the
one
rest of your
time.
existence.
Well, the U.S. government came from the five civilized tribes, and it started with the Congressional Congress with John Hanson, who is a Moor.
What does that got to do with the fact that the five civilized tribes are perverted now? So you still want to be up under a system that
See
you know is
that?
perverted?
That's the
That's what I'm
Mississippi
asking.
River
Well,
right here.
that's the thing about it is it came from us, and they perverted it. So if we take
So
it
you just
back
want to take no, but even
and put
taking
it
back.
back under the original republic, which was
Okay, but
here.
listen. Even taking something and putting it back. If you know something has flaw and can be stolen and perverted,
No,
why would you not just destroy the whole thing and make something
no, no.
new?
Watch this. The five civilized tribes ain't the original five. The original five
We
are the
know that.
Algonquin. The
Yeah, we
Algonquin.
know that. We know
So
that.
we talking about the original. We got to go back to the original.
Come on now.
Either way, it's still
So
perverted.
y'all
It's the whole
infiltrated.
point. Yeah, so it doesn't that's not negating what I'm saying.
Who? What?
Right.
How,
And
man, how
and
the heck
We
we gonna
converted and
infiltrate the Delaware
infiltrated.
Moors? What are you saying? The Delaware Moors. We
No, I've
infiltrated the
been
Delaware
hearing about
Moors.
the
You
Delaware.
see
I've
where
been
y'all
hearing about the
territory
no,
was
no,
right here
the
where it
government's
circled
been
at, right?
infiltrated.
That little
Wait,
baby
Do you
ass
know what
so
a
territory.
Sagamore chief is?
That was y'all
Like, have you ever heard
territory.
of the a Sagamore
That was
Sagamore
Morocco.
chief?
Right there.
Are y'all like tripping like that?
no,
That don't
I'm
say
just
Morocco,
putting
it says
together
Moroccans.
everything that y'all was saying.
What is a Sagamore chief?
That was
I
the
Sagamore.
had never
Moroccan
heard of
Everything
that.
everything
territory.
has an
I'm gonna
S
have
on
to
it,
look
man.
into that.
They're pinpointing
That was their
If
territory.
you look up a
territory. That means that's
Sagamore
their
chief,
territory. Come
every
on,
time you
man.
see a Sagamore chief, he
Sequins,
dark
that means
skinned.
that's their territory.
Everything has an S on it. That
That
wasn't a
means
good
that's their territory.
one.
Come on now.
What's
This is
that
the
one on the
Mississippi
right,
River
Albert?
right here.
What's
This is
that
the
one on the right
Mississippi
say?
River.
Hey,
This
go.
down here, Louisiana, Florida, Mississippi, Biloxi, all that's down here.
So it was an empire
Moroccans.
that left out of the Yucatan. So that means if it was an empire and they left out of the Yucatan,